The TAT's 4-day journey is coming to an end. On Wednesday, we crowned a competitor who edged out the rest to take the title of Senior Champion. The following day, the ladies took the lanes in a no-holds-barred challenge. After a vigorous battle of cutthroat wins, we were able to crown our heiress. Tonight, it's the final showdown between Friday night's qualifiers who are set to roll the dice. Will it be a jackpot or a bust? The championship finals of the true amateur tournaments starts now.
Well, hello from fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, where we're here with the finals, Jimmy, of the TAT tournament.
It's going to be a great night.
It is going to be fantastic. As you can see on screen, we've got the beautiful Orleans Bowling Center. Now you see Jimmy and myself. Jimmy Callahan, my good buddy right here. We've been calling some action a little bit. Jimmy is the Storm Tour rep as well as pulling double duty as an RSM.
I believe RSM first and then
Well,
Tour
RSM
rep.
First, Pete Weber and Belmo second?
I
don't know.
I don't know. Try to do anything we can to help the company. All of us try to do that.
You've got some different skills, so you're put in a role that you do different things, right?
Yeah, and I'm lucky that they let me do that. I'm very fortunate, and it's cool. Like you say, I'm excited about today, Gary. We got a lot of action going on, and we're going to give away a ton of money.
$20,000 for first place, plus there's some heavy prize money going down for second, third, fourth. I mean, and we are bringing to you now what we've got is about 30 competitors are currently participating bowling to get to the final 5, each from their age division, not their age division, but their different skill level division.
Correct.
And they're going to whittle down, and right in front of us on 17 and 18, they are going to be playing in the championship match.
For a lot of cash.
Lot of cash.
It's exciting. We're whittling down, and we're getting to the spot where we're going to have a bunch of matches that we'll get to see. Excitement. You're going to see close matches, and hopefully we're going to have a great winner. I'm sure we will. And as we go forward, we're going to give you some good different camera shots, and we're excited about it.
We're excited. We're also excited to be joined by last TAT champion, Kevin Gagnon. Kevin's going to be slipping in the booth, talking a little bit about his experience last February. He was here. He won a major prize of $20,000 in the championship title. He is joined now. He's in the booth. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Gary. How you doing?
We're good. We're good. Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Fantastic. All right. Well, welcome. And I think we got a little footage of Kevin winning that championship just in February. Right now we have footage of bowling. Right now we got footage of live action. What do we got? We got some matches. Right now what we have is if there's 3 on a lane, the top 1 advances.
Right.
If there happen to be 4 on a lane, the top 2 advance. So it just depends on the skill level, where you're at, where the tournament is getting dwindled down.
That and how many entrants that there was in that particular division to start with. Your middle division right here is down to the final 6, so it'll be 1 to a pair, and those 2 will go, the leader from both pairs will go head-to-head, and that particular winner will go on into the finals. And the under division has 5, and they'll be doing the same thing. The top 2 from that pair will move on, bowl 1 head-to-head match, and the winner of that will go into the finals. And it looks like the other 3 divisions have a few more bowlers, so there might be 1 extra round. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, the scratch players might have a little breakdown here, huh?
We did last year.
I hear some yelling and screaming going on as guys are trying to finish out the 9th and 10th frame. We're going to go ahead and show the video of my buddy Kevin winning in February.
Excellent.
My name is Kevin Gagnon, and I won the 2015 Winter Amateur Nationals. I was an absolute nervous wreck. I mean, bowling for $20,000, yeah, that was the first time I've been under that much pressure. And the True Amateur Tournament, the whole format, I really do like it. You know, every day it's a different cut score. Some days may be higher, some days may be lower. The conditions aren't as easy as everybody thinks they are, so the scores will be lower. You just keep pressing, pick up your spares, and that's all.
Well, that was some footage of you, Kevin, practicing. You're a big supporter of this tournament.
Right.
And something that people at home may not know is that when you win the event, you actually cannot defend your championship.
No, you cannot. You have to sit out for 2 tournaments. The next time I'd be eligible to come back and bowl is July 2016.
Right. So you, as the defending champion, get kicked to the curb.
I suppose I'll have to live with it.
That's right. What they try to do at the TAT is make everything completely fair. So they don't want multiple winners winning every single time, right?
Right. You know, you don't want to have the same guy coming back year after year after year and
winning.
And winning, and then your entries will just go away, and soon you won't have a tournament anymore. So it's
exactly.
It's
so
a
I
pretty
think
fair
it's
way.
I think it's the right call. You know, it is. You do get to come back for a glory lap though this time. You've been hanging out this week. You've been helping some of your bowlers from Southern California.
Right.
Just.
There's a few people that I came down to watch. A few others that I've crossed with in prior tournaments that are still alive. And yeah,
who's your favorite right now? You got a favorite?
Favorite that I thought I was pushing for Terry Rohr, and
Terry just got
it
booted.
just got eliminated. And I don't know the rest of that division. There's one kid in the under division up right now.
Russ.
I guess he's
on 23 Oviatt.
Yeah,
throws it good. Huh?
Yeah, he's been throwing it really well. Although
he's trying to make a monster split right now.
That's turning into a grind out pair. So,
yeah.
As for the rest of the guys, I know Dupree. That match over there can go any direction.
So let's talk a little bit about, while we got you, I know we only have you for about 5 minutes. Why don't you tell us what it feel like to win last year? What was the emotions? Because I remember in February you just had a tough time, like kind of getting going in the week, and you were struggling.
I was struggling the whole week. I kept thought I found something, and it was there, then it wasn't. And when the Roto Challenge came up and I placed in that for 3rd place for $1,000, it just loosened me right up. My next qualifying squad, I got in, and then it was just, all right, one game at a time. I got a great break to get out of my first match. That was one of those grind-out pairs where one guy blew out everybody else. The rest of us fought for second. I got a gift and moved on, and then it just, it became a little bit easier until the title match, and I was just a nervous wreck. Shooting for 20,000 was just something I've never done before. I've bowled a few ABTs, for definitely a lot less than that, but that was just it was nerve-wracking for me.
I was there, and I remember it was intense.
Very intense. When you throw a couple Brooklyns in your first few shots, and I was lost.
Right.
And then I made one ball change, and that was it, and went off to the races, and got a couple breaks from my opponents. And 10th frame, I managed to throw a Brooklyn for the win. So it wasn't pretty, but it got the job done.
I remember some excitement when that happened. You were an
Yes.
excited man.
I was definitely excited. To this day, I'm still kind of in shock that I actually won it. It's just mind-blowing for me.
It's very good. I am looking around, and right in front of us, there's no action going on. No action. But then to the right and to the left, they're finishing up their matches, and the scores do not look very good. Jimmy, what do you see out there?
No, looking at 19 and 20, it just finished up. It was 1 240 game and 2 190 games, and then the pair next to that that Terry Rohr was on, it was actually 270s and 190 advance. And then looking at this pair on the end, I mean, you got 4 pretty good players, and I'll take 2-0 in the house, and I'm thinking that it's a good score. So we got pacing 170, 170. Randy Cote's got, pacing 180. They're hard. I mean, they're not getting any better. I mean, in this whole area, this is a tough bay right in here, like we've said for the past 3 or 4 days. And like you say, Bobbiette just went high again. So, like you said, anybody can win over there. I'll take 200 and book it and see what happens.
And, in that pair, it's interesting, too, is as the lanes are getting tougher, that we've got all guys that are big, high rev rate guys, huh? I don't think there's one straighty on that pair.
By the way, the leader that was just pacing 2-0 just picked the 5 off the 2. So now he has 152, so now he's only pacing 190.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're in a deal where anything can happen. I think I'm going to tell you the guy here that's going to be the X factor. Randy Cote on the bottom has 106th and the 6 with a strike. If he grabs a double here, I think he takes control. I think he's going to be paced.
What about Chris Clerk there he's got 7 consecutive spares to start the game, and I think he's currently in second or maybe even first.
Correct. And we haven't said very often this week that spares are important. And we had never heard that. Brand new this week. So, yeah.
They're a little important.
If Chris gets in a situation now where he gets lined up a little bit, grabs a triple, Chris could be the guy. But I'm picking Randy Cote off of that pair right now. In the house,
good guy.
200.
A good pro shop owner from Tucson, Arizona.
Yep. A couple Arizona guys on that pair. Jimmy Cook from Illinois. I believe he's from Illinois. Chris Clerk. Let's see him make that one. He's going to be got a little work to do. That pair's dirty. You get it to the right, it hangs. You cut it off, it hooks.
That's what it seems like it's been doing. It just the first few frames looks good, and then all of a sudden it just vanishes.
I think they're a lot flatter. It's these reruns on these patterns where we don't have the house memory, they're going to get flatter and flatter and flatter. So the middle lane's going to hook, and they're getting tighter to the right. So it's a big shot for Randy Cote. I'm going out on a limb. He's getting a double here. Take control.
So the Randy Cote is the action down on 23 and 4. We've got my man Brian from Wisconsin down on 9 and 10. You'll see him in the bottom right part of your screen. Big Storm supporter.
Nice
Chris
spare.
Kirk sparing again. Still alive.
8 consecutive spares.
I believe 10 spares isn't going to win this game. Maybe. You never know.
Here's Randy.
I just put the cloud on him. He may never strike again. Yoda Messenger.
Roll it.
Rolled it like it was his job for the double.
Fantastic.
Went from underdog to the favorite. Usually all the horses I bet go the other way.
He's
They
jumped
go
in.
from the lead and fall backwards.
He's jumped into the lead over there.
Usually what happens.
I'll tell you what, the lanes are getting
They're getting
trickier.
tough, man. They're getting flatter and flatter and flatter with these reruns and, people trying to figure them out using these dull balls to the right. And then I'm telling you, like you say, Randy's in the garden spot over there. It's a tough pair over here, too. We got Sam Carter, Isaac Amke, Cliff Connors, Dave Chu. Whew. That's a killer pair. That pair don't have all 190s. 246, 220, 230 possible, 2-0 with an open over there. So,
Well, I know Kevin's got some responsibilities with the tournament as he's been helping all week in between your normal job.
Of course.
I want to thank you for swinging by the booth. I want
Thanks
to
for having me.
congratulate you one final time, because at the end of tonight, you are no longer the defending champion, but you will always be a TAT champion.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me up here.
Yeah, thanks for swinging by. Congratulations
thanks,
again.
Kev. Appreciate
And
you. Thanks for the support of the company.
Not a problem.
safe travels back to L.A.
Jimmy Cook.
Jimmy Cook with the
still
strike.
alive. He's got 190 possible.
Joining us up next in the booth, Wes Pie.
No, I can't. I guess they
West Pie.
put Robert over here next to me. Let me,
West Pie.
my man Robert in action. Let me move over. Give my man Wes a little bit of room here.
Wes gonna come in. He's gonna tell us what's going on.
Got the southern accent to soothe over all the crowd.
Hey, happy 4th of July, everybody. And thank you to the military, past and present, for all your service and every sacrifice you made with your family. Thank you very much for these freedoms we enjoy. I just want to say that right up front. Very, very kind of my colleagues here at Storm to let me sit in for a couple of minutes.
Chris Kirk found a strike over there, Gary. First one in the ninth. Still has 2-0 out.
He found a strike. That's amazing.
Big shot right here for Randy. Oh, he got around. He got it.
I think he's really wheeling on
crumpled
it.
Yeah.
He went to he just tricked it up a little bit. I think he did that intentionally.
Got around a little bit, made it read it. Big John from Buffalo walking by, giving me the thumbs up. He still must be moving on. Sue Jazorski's better half.
Big, strong man right there.
Yeah, he's a big dude. I got to tell you, he was down, Gary, he was with us every practice session in West.
Yep.
He was down. We tried 5 or 6 different balls. You know, we got some urethane outside. We did a lot of things for him to get to the spot, and he worked hard at it, and he had a good look the other day, and now he's making big strides in the tournament to try to win the 20,000.
I believe that your man John that you were helping down there in that early practice has worked harder than anyone this week.
I'll agree with that.
He's been awesome.
I'll agree with that. Lost his bag. Remember, it was in Phoenix for a while. And
I tell you, it's amazing the challenge you have when you travel and you bowl, and even inside bowling centers. It's kind of amazing how, unexpected things happen to you, and you have to adjust not just what's going on in the lanes, but things that are going on, with your bags and your equipment and your travel and your hotel room. Absolutely,
all kind of variables.
Absolutely. I tell you what, I love the passion of these players. I've been fortunate enough to be here for several of these events, and even Brad Edelman's military championships and first responders events. I mean, it's amazing the passion of these bowlers that they're out there and playing. And from my side, I'm seeing a lot of the international folks are here from Germany and from Mexico, the large groups that are showing up, and there's a lot of appetite for bowling at this level.
And it's growing. This event, you bring up a good point. Jimmy and I were talking about it earlier before we came on air, was that it's growing. I mean, every time we come back to the TAT, there's more participants.
Absolutely.
And so I look at bowling, and then next week I'm going to Junior Gold, and there's over 3,000 participants there. That's growing.
Yep.
And some of the people out there kind of go, hey, bowling's dead. I'm like, I don't see bowling being dead. I see bowling thriving collegiately, internationally, in the youth.
This is a big shot we got going on. I don't mean to interrupt, guys, here. If he gets this one, that's a big
Look
shot
at that.
right there.
He shredded the rack.
Yeah, that makes Chris Clark get a double to go around him, and it makes Randy Cote get a spare. So we're coming down to the 10th here. How do you say his name, Gary? Aviat?
Russ. His first name is Russ. I think it's Oviat.
Oviat.
I tell you, he goes to Arizona State.
Yep.
And he's a good young man. I happen to be on the pairs scoring for him during the Storm Challenge. Young man, unbelievably nice guy, very courteous to everybody, fantastic sportsmanship, and a great game.
Good again.
The big shot's coming up. Let's just go to the action. Let's call some bowling action right now.
There
Sorry
you
about that.
Hey, he's going new school on you. That's the white belt action going on there.
Yeah,
the one that we cannot
Jimmy
sport.
Jimmy and I 2 days ago talked
We
about
can't pull off
once
a
you
white
get
belt.
to a certain poundage, wearing a white belt is not good.
No.
Yeah, when you get to a certain girth.
When you become low RG players.
Yeah, like
a certain
Gary
circumference around your middle.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Oh, man.
When your waistline is almost as big as your age, that's not a good sign.
No, sir. Hey, let me tell you what, that's 10 to the
Gives him a
pit.
shot.
I tell you what, he threw it. He owned that shot right there.
Slapped the 10 leg of his job. That knocks Jimmy Cook out. Now it comes down to Chris Clark right here. Needs 2 more strikes to go around him, and then Randy Cote. Then he puts it back on Randy Cote to make good shots and finish the deal.
Absolutely.
I like Randy's. I'm telling you, Randy came in late in the week. You called him earlier just in this match. You thought, I like his little trick he's doing. He went much more twirl in it, and I think that's good on this pair.
The only thing you never ask for in matches like this, regardless of how many people look at that. Oh,
blower 7.
Oh, blower 7, yes.
Chris Clark's out.
Man. The only thing
two
you'd
go
ever,
on the pair. I forgot.
yeah, two.
Yeah, I
The-
forgot
the
here.
only thing you can ever ask for is having ball in hand, having that shot to
Correct.
control your own destiny. It's the only thing you can ever ask for.
So we got 198 is locked in.
Jimmy's out.
Yeah,
Jimmy
Jimmy's
Cook
out.
just-
198 is locked in.
Yep.
Oviatt, is that? Man, I'm terrible with that name for some
Russ.
reason.
Let's call him Russ.
Let's call him Russ.
900,
Russ moves
900
on.
global Russ.
Yeah, Russ moves on. And
Good sign by Bill Supper, by the way.
that looks like, let's get that pen out of the way there and let's see if Randy even needs one. Who?
Sups.
I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Our man Bill Supper down in San Antonio.
Shout out to Bill Supper. Been in the industry since 1902. First ball he ever put out was a wood one.
Oh, fantastic.
Hey, we're just getting started.
Yeah, he needs 9 here.
I got to tell you guys, also, I don't want to take away from the drama that's unfolding on 23 and 24, but I will tell you,
No,
we've got a live chat going on over
Yeah,
here
we
online,
got it.
and we
Yeah.
got questions, and people
Yeah.
will be
Fire 'em in.
piping in. And
Please.
You giving a ball away again today?
yeah, I was going to hold off on that.
Oh, I'm
going to
sorry.
give away some prizes.
I'm sorry, man.
You're right.
I always give it away.
Giving
I'm
it
the
away.
guy at Christmas that has to.
Jimmy,
I can't keep the
give
secret.
it away, Callahan.
I can't keep the secret. By the way,
Jimmy the Big Curve.
By the way, Wes and I have been told that many times in the past.
we are
before.
Team Big Curve.
Team give it away.
It ain't because we
is
hook
in
it
the
either,
booth.
brother.
We're in the booth for that call.
Oh, brother.
You're in trouble tonight, Gary. I'm telling you. So now Randy Cote needs 9 on the first ball, I believe.
He needs a mark.
198.
36,
189.
Well, 9 out's going to give him. See, 9 out give him 87 to 193. He'll
Yeah,
get
that's
there.
all he needs.
He needs a great count, first
He
shot.
needs good count. Runaway
Brooke,
Brooke.
There you go.
5.
In there.
Plenty. Moving on, Randy Cote.
That's enough. That's
That's
194.
193.
That's
193,
194.
that's plenty.
That's 194.
193.
1928, 193. Yeah.
193. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
enough?
Wes, leave it to the math guys.
Well, I understand.
You're the
See, you're
idea
looking
guy.
at you're looking at the numbers in the red box there.
No, I'm not. I'm counting it in my head. I never looked at it right. I understand we have a few new bowlers out there, but
I think he's
do-
making the 5-pin, though. Yep, he got it.
There you go.
winner, winner, chicken dinner. Moving on
That's it.
Good for
down to
him.
just a couple in that group.
You know, his fiance bowls on the PWBA tour. A fantastic player. I like to watch her. She's a good bowler. Miss Brianna Caldwell. You guys know her?
I need to give a shout out real quick.
Do you know her?
I do know Brianna. They live down in Tucson or Red Rock. They live in
Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere
that
around
way.
Tucson, right?
somewhere down that way. I made a grave error last evening. I got to fix it. I was talking about all the PWBA players,
Yeah.
and I want to make sure I mention 2 of our home office people. I want to make sure, and one of the greatest of all time, your wife. I neglected her last night, and I feel bad about that. Leanne Halsenberg will be bowling in Sacramento next week as well.
She will?
I believe I said Lindsay last night, but if not, we got to take care of our home office people. I got caught up in the minute there and kind of went quick, but Boom's been my girl for a long time, and I just wanted to say sorry for not including you last night. And I love you, girl, and we'll see you in a few days.
Hey, and congratulations on Lindsay having a new relationship with High Five Gear.
Does Hank know?
Well, it was posted on Facebook, so I sure hope he does. It happened at Bowl Expo, so what the heck, you know?
In a relationship with.
Oh, with a company in a relationship with.
That's what I said. With High Five Gear, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to pay proper
Gary,
respect
you are
here, you
in
know.
trouble here, boy.
I'm
You
sorry.
are in trouble, my
Hank,
man.
I'm sorry.
He better be glad he's not in the middle, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord.
amazing.
Lordy, Lordy.
Hey, thanks by the
Hey,
way. If who's sponsoring this thing, by the way?
Storm Products.
There you go. Makers of the greatest high-performance bowling balls and bowling products known to man.
We love us some Bill and Barb, don't we?
Absolutely. Hey, there's lots of other sponsors, too, that make this tournament possible. You know, we're glad to be affiliated here with the nice people at the Orleans, you know, part of Boyd Gaming. Huge supporters of bowling for many, many years. Mike Kaufman and staff and Bob McVeigh and the whole crew here do a fantastic job. And let me tell you, this place has run like clockwork all week, hasn't it?
Yeah, we on schedule almost all the time. The only thing that's been suspect is the talent in this booth. But it just got classed up with you jumping in it, so we're good.
It got a little more grizzled too, by the way, buddy. Got a little bit more calloused when my man Robert got in here.
Oh my goodness! Listen to you guys.
Hi, Nikki Hiroka. Nikki Hiroka walking by.
I love me some.
She bowled great in the Storm Challenge. Bowled great. She was the last surviving lady in the Storm Challenge, bowling great.
She was winning that match going in the 9th frame. She stuck, almost did a face plant. And went open to get knocked out.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that.
She was in control. Yeah.
I was downstairs grabbing a quick snack with my wife, and I didn't get to see that.
She bowled amazing.
Tell you, I got to chat with her a little bit today. And I'll tell you what, she's a really nice girl. I know you've known her a long time, Gary. And
a little bit.
She's going to bowl the PWBA next week, too. So we'll get to see her next week. And
I predict she's going to bowl just fine.
Yeah, she's a good player. She's strong as a rock.
Hey, for those of you just tuned in, what's going on right now is we're going to be down to the final matches and all the divisions getting down to the final 5. So now you're getting to the big money. You're getting to the pressure's accelerated a couple of levels now. And, the folks that are going to get here, we're going to end up seeing all these winners across here for the next round. And then after that, the ones that advance in each of the 5 divisions, we're going to see them here on 17 and 18 to be bringing
We're
to you live.
going to call the action.
Gary, I got to tell you, you're cool when you're sitting in the booth and you got your sunglasses sitting right in front of you. You're cool when my man Wes got them ready.
What you got to do is you got to be well equipped.
He got them ready.
You got to be well equipped.
Gets a little bright lighted in here.
Well, or if you're going to step till sundown.
Put those in as he goes through the casino so he doesn't have to sign autographs. No. Wes been around.
There you go.
I feel a little bit like Pete Weber right now.
There you go. Got a little PDW going on right now.
PDW action right now.
We had our boy GJ Jazzy Sawyer last night, and he had 2 headsets working last night. Looked like he was working at Pure.
There you go. Hey, Pure's no longer there. Now it's the Omnia.
You see him at I Go Club. And
hey, I just happen to ride around with the windows down. That's all I do.
My club's the right side of the couch at the house. Kelly's on the left side. I'm on the right side.
Hey, is there any shout-outs out there? Anybody we need to answer about what's going on, or maybe people that are being followed by folks at home, that type of thing? Let us know. We'll be glad to try to fill you in as best we can. And like I said, we're privileged to be here on July 4th. It's a terrific day. A lot of celebrations and probably having barbecues and good stuff at home and all that kind of thing. And we're glad to be bringing some bowling when you're coming in from the pool or the barbecue, or just having a good time.
My friend 191, Jason Paris. I call him 191 because last year at this tournament, I watched him bowl, and he's got an arm swing like Pete Weber. And I go, man, Jason.
That guy on again?
I go, Jason. I go, like, what's your average? Like 230? He goes 191. I go, how are you 191? He bowls in an incredibly tough bowling center up in Idaho, and they're brutal. And so he wants to know how many entries this year. I think there was about 52,000 or something like that. I don't know, maybe 500.
Well, let's put it this way. They set a record.
20-something%.
Right. They set a record this year for having the most they've ever had in the June event. And hey, a little shout-out to DJ Marshall. Bet you live in 10 minutes away, and so you're watching on. Hey, man, come on down. It's a great place. A lot of people having a good time, seeing old friends.
Gathering around,
watching the action live. But, hey, thanks for joining us online. We appreciate it.
I got to say, Gary, sitting right here, we would have needed a little bit more room before. I'm looking at the screen real quick here.
You're shoved out the side corner.
No. I'm feeling a little bigger here sitting next to Wes because the guy's shrinking away to nothing.
Yeah, he lost about 20 pounds,
We need to get the big guy in the booth so we feel good about ourselves. Wes, you're not helping this
situation.
I
am the big guy. I am in the
You're not helping this situation here. I'm feeling a little bulky sitting next to you.
Hey, very kind, very kind.
I'll tell you what.
And if Carmen Salvino's watching, Carmen, I listened to you at the World Series last year. I just want to let you know. God love you, Carmen Salvino. Thank you, sir.
We're going to call some actual bowling action. They're doing some. We won't just talk all day, right? We'll actually get.
Well, right now they just started a few practice shots. We're down to, like we said, we're down to the final matches in each of the divisions. And maybe for the first time for a lot of these players, this could be the most they've ever bowled for financially, as well as it's quite an accomplishment to get this far in the entries that were here. I mean, there's a lot of really, really terrific players bowling this event from all over the world.
Going down through this, I recognize 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of 10 that I know. I do not know the young lady. It's going to bowl in 24. Do you guys know her?
I do not. Her name is Brittany Harper, it looks like.
Brittany Harper. She looks familiar, so I'm not sure where I saw her.
Let
Maybe
me
at
look
a
up where
tournament.
let me look up where
She
she's
might have
from
bowled the
here.
Queens or something.
Let
maybe.
me look up
I
here
don't
where
know.
our girl Brittany Harper is from. Brittany Harper is from Rainsville, Alabama.
Nice.
There you go.
And I do not know the gentleman that John is facing down on the other end on 13 and 14.
He's got a name shirt on, so we can look him up too.
Well, we're going to try to give you some lineups here so you have a little bit better idea. We want to make sure.
Ronald Mosnes.
As soon as we get rolling,
We want to make
here.
sure we recognize everybody, give them a proper shout out to their hometowns and their bowling centers, their pro shop operators and coaches that helped them get here.
Englewood, Colorado. Englewood, Colorado. Easy there, Chris Schenkel.
Hey.
Yeah, he's from, and there is something funny here I see, Gary. He's one of the mostness from the young lady Mackenzie from Montana the other day.
Helena.
Yeah.
So it's
And
got
there's
to be
another
a
one
deal
too.
where
There's a
they're-
Mackenzie Mosnes from
Yeah,
Helena,
that's the
Montana.
young girl. She's 15.
There you go.
That was the girl that wore the white belt the other day, Wes.
Yeah, now I got
You're
my
coming
man
to-
Brian's wearing a white belt. We got
Got
Russell
all the skinny
Viat
guys.
wearing a
Hey, they're
white
going Mike
belt.
Fagan. They're going Mike Fagan on them.
Well, they weigh like 112 pounds, so they could pull it off.
Man, we got a great match over here to the right. Cliff Connors against Sam Carter.
Do you realize after this, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, after this game, we have our championship set.
Absolutely.
This is the semifinal game in all the divisions.
And this is when the pressure's on right here. I mean, there's a big jump in the money going from
you
this
win-
match going to the TV show.
You win that match,
Absolutely.
you are into the final, and anything can happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And normally it does, as they say in other parlance.
And normally it does. Wes, I got to tell you, how long have you and I known each other? Not as long as Jimmy and you, but how long have we known each other? 15 years?
The
or
answer's
something
not
like
too,
that?
the answer's
Easily
not
15
too
years.
long either.
I'm going to
Wes.
tell you,
Easily 15, at least 15 years.
every time I'm around you, you kind of make me smile, and I like your whole Southern way, your Southern style. But I really love your knowledge. You've been around bowling for, I guess, your whole life. Have you ever worked out of the bowling industry?
A very short time, which was which actually lets you know where you belong sometimes.
Well,
and let me tell you
we're
what,
glad
I've
that
been
you work for Store because
I
you do a
appreciate
great
it.
job as
I
an
appreciate it.
international sales consultant.
much appreciated.
You help out in many different ways. I know you come to the home office when you're in town. When you're back in Utah, you come in about once every week or so, and you chat with Mr. Bill.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Bill and Barb, our lovely owners.
Much appreciated. Just celebrated the 30th anniversary of Storm at Bowl Expo last week, and
How nice
terrific.
are they to work for? Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you, when you got
Dream.
bowlers who have the passion and that spark that they started with a ball cleaner about 30-something years ago, it just it's what it's about. It's really what it's about, and we're all very privileged, very glad to be part of it. And you mentioned I'm involved in the international team. We've got a couple announcements coming up next week. You'll see them online. I'm not gonna break the news right now, but we got a couple of signings which we're very excited about. And also just here this week we signed a deal with a large amateur event in Frankfurt, Germany, that's going to take place from the 27th of December through 3rd of January, called the Open New Year Challenge, which is open to anyone. Anybody here in the U.S. who wants to go to Europe right now, if you've seen the euro versus the dollar.
I would like to go to Europe. Wes.
Absolutely, you should.
Can I go?
Come on. I tell you what, now's the time
You going
to do
to
it.
that one?
I want to go.
You going to that one?
Tavio wants to
Hey,
go.
Tavio,
Tavio's waving us
I
down.
want Tavio. Hey, we just signed a deal with the Irish Open. I want Tavio to come to the Irish Open. We're gonna have to have a staff meeting. We're gonna have to have a staff meeting over there to help some European tournament operations there in Dublin, Ireland.
You think we can get our man Hank to sign off on having our next
we got-
sales
we-
meeting in Ireland?
Hey, by the way, just for what it's worth, we're going to have two of our gold coaches on staff, Hank Boomershine and Peter Somoff. They're going to be doing a presentation the 18th through the 20th in Finland at the iCoach conference. Now, for those of you who might not know much about this, this is a once every 2-year event where you get the most renowned coaches in the bowling industry worldwide together in Kurtane, Finland, where they get together, and actually Hank Boomershine, one of our gold level coaches, and Peter Somoff, who's actually, there's only 21 gold level coaches in the entire world. They're going to be doing a presentation there. And shout out to my friend Anders Gergen, who's involved with the European 10-Pin Bowling Federation from Istanbul, who helped get Storm and our group involved in it. And we're really looking to continue to do what we're about at Storm, promote the game of bowling, promote the Storm of bowling, and help educate people. And I will tell you, because of the ownership we have and the leadership we have with Dave Sims and Hank Boomershine and a lot of great people like that, we can go out and do these things. And that's what it's going to take to keep bowling on the map, and not just the recreation side, but the sports side, which is really what Storm's all about. And we appreciate everybody that supports Storm, that buys the bowling balls and considers us, and we're just very fortunate. We appreciate it.
Well, they are getting – thank you for that tidbit, Wes. They're getting underway with the final matches. This is a semifinal match, which is really the final match in each of their divisions, each of the players' divisions. All the winners will advance to the championship match right here in front of us on 17 and 18. I see an enormous amount of talent out there in all the divisions.
The first guys have bad luck because there's 3 on their pair and only
one's
goes
making
forward.
it through. Yeah.
So yeah, the one pair got the bad draw, and the rest of them, there's going to be one winner on each pair, and then they'll move forward. And like you said, we have some great matches. We got Cliff Connors against Sam Carter. We got Russ against Randy Cote. You know, we got Mike Town is still alive. We got
matter of fact, they're starting right now for
and
score.
John.
Yeah, we got some scoring.
And we're going
to
try to bring it to you. I will tell you one thing real quick. At the Storm Challenge the other night, which is a one-ball tournament, you get 9 or better and you're done. And you have to move lane to lane to lane. It took 13 shots in a row before they got down to the final 2 people in the scratch division of the final 4. I mean, that tells you how good a shot makers you have for these folks, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's talk a little bit about money. All these players are bowling for a lot of money. This week, there's 158 bowlers that made it to the finals today.
Wow.
That's a lot. 158 people are getting some money back, right? The total payout in this event, anybody want to venture a guess?
I don't know. Sounds like a lot.
$250,000.
$250,000?
That's a lot of
$250,000.
250,000 is the estimate.
That rivals the PBA Tour.
It's amazing for
That's
a one-week event for amateurs. Anyone can bowl.
Anybody can bowl.
That's
We've got
as much as you make in a year, Gary.
Yeah, sure. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Justin Garza wants to know if Russ is using a respect, and I believe you are correct, Mr. Justin.
I got a little inside info here on 19 and 20. I've been watching a little bit. Last game, there's the two gentlemen, John Rakowski over here on the left, over on 15 and 16. He just came off of that pair, and he played to the right on that pair and bowled 240. I think Randy Cote is in a lot of trouble on this pair because Russ is playing out to the right, and I'm saying that.
That's a good catch. That's your technical side coming through.
Because if you take a look at it, Marvin, when he moved to the right, had a little better look. And I think that these guys played the out a little bit. I don't want to say it too loud. He's sitting in front of us. But Russ, I believe, is a big favorite in this match, unless Randy figures out that he's got to move right, or maybe, like you said, Gary does that little trick with it to make it read off.
A little trick roll, yeah.
I haven't seen anybody be able to play in on 19 and 20 and get any score. So let's keep an eye out for that. Oh, Mike Townis early open. I think John Rakowski's a big favorite in that, too. He's got the look on the out over there, too. So
I had a nice little Mike Townis story happen to me just before we got on the air.
What's that?
His buddy, who works at, remember Golden Pin Lanes?
Yes.
Go there all the time.
Tucson, Arizona.
Yes, Father Pete Townis, Hall of Famer.
We used to bowl back when I bowled 100 years ago. We bowled a couple tour stops there.
140 out when you were there.
140. Yeah. And
middle of the summer.
Anyway, his mechanic came up to me and goes, Gary, I just want to tell you that when you used to come to town, you always said hi to me, and you were always very polite. And I thought, well, that's really nice. And he said, remember Paul Caldwell?
Oh, yes.
I saw him last time I was there.
Frisbee, Paul Caldwell. Yeah.
Saw him last time I was there about 3 months ago. Yep. Doing good.
Mike came up shred the rack for that strike in the third frame to recover after that open.
After the open, yeah.
Sam Carter with a 9 miss over there in his match against Cliff Connors.
How does Sam Carter's arm swing miss a single pin spare?
Another miss for Randy.
I tell you, it's because it's getting down to the Benjamins. It's getting down to the dollars. These guys getting to the top 5. They're feeling a little bit.
You know that's Sam Carter, right, Wes?
Yes, sir. He was part of my group that I scored for the Storm Challenge.
I'm gonna give you another little tidbit, Gary.
Yeah.
Over time, I've worked a lot of senior high rollers and things like that.
Yes, sir.
As guys get older, Sam is now a super senior. He's over 60.
He is?
I'm telling, yeah, he's 60 now. I'm telling you, it gets more difficult to repeat as you get up in years, and I believe your talent is still there, but I think sometimes it gets a little tougher to repeat sometimes because, you get those aches and pains and stuff, and I've had some conversation with Ed Roberts and Harry Mickelson, and they say as you get about 59 or 60, we all have a little bit of ways to go before we get there, but I can see, Sam Spohn against Cliff Connors. I know Cliff Connors is early 50s, good player, so I'm not making an excuse for Sam, but sometimes it's hard to repeat when you get a little older. And another open for Randy Cote. He's got 36 in the third. Russ can step on him a little bit here.
Well, I'm going to speak up for the senior class since I'm in my mid-50s right now. And Jimmy, as much as I want to agree with you, I'm going to give you one other thing. Whenever you ring the bell and you've been there and you've been a competitive player, you're going to bring your best. And you know it's the same.
Correct.
When you played with the guys, you've helped the guys on the PBA 50 tour. You've helped the ladies. You've helped the youth.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, when you get that competitive fire going, let me tell you what, these guys are going to answer the bell before it's over, regardless. Trust me, you're not going to. Oh man, Pete, Mike Towers just left an unbelievable 10-pin.
That is
unbelievable blower.
My point is sometimes that your body lets you down. Is what I'm saying is that you have the will and the desire and the fire and the thing, but sometimes as you get older, your body lets you down a little bit. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's happening, but
absolutely.
As you get a little older, the fire never
the thing
goes away.
Well, you have to change your game over time, just like a great baseball pitcher. You're not going to be able to throw that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. You're going to have to.
Tim Lincecum right now.
You're going to have to be able to go for location and be able to be there more consistently, and your game changes. I mean, the old adage used to be on the tour, the longer you're on the tour, the straighter you threw the ball.
Walter Ray went from a hook guy to straight guy. I've talked to Chris Barnes several times.
Absolutely.
He thinks he's going to be the next Walter
Straight
Ray,
is
the
great.
guy that throws it great.
Straight is great. That's it. A lot of truth to that adage.
Ross can put a hurting on him right here.
Oh,
pinched it a little bit at the bottom.
He sure did. He
just
caught
a
it.
hair.
He caught it just a little bit.
Mike Townis up over there. He's in a little bit of a deficit. I'm calling John Rakowski. I called in that match. He's got the look on the out, and Mike's playing in, and I think that the in is a little tricky right now. I mean, threw that one like a world champion.
Threw that pure. He's three times around that left lane.
Yeah. And that one just annihilated Messenger in between those two strikes. That made a big difference in this match.
Absolutely.
So, Jimmy, are you saying Chris Barnes shows a little straighter than he used to? Is that what's going the trend? Is that for him?
Yeah, I think for him, as like you say, that over time, I think he realizes and he evolved. Norm Duke fell into it as well. Norm Duke's in a situation as he gets older, he's going to go a little straighter. Actually, Weber's the other way. Weber wants to hook it even more.
He does?
He's fifth arrow right out of the gate every time. I got to yell at him, hey, you going to move to the right anytime soon? You know what I mean? So it's funny, though. Guys like Duke, Walter Ray, they transform their games, like Wes said, and they're moving a little right. I can see when Chris looks for the shot to play straight a little bit more often than he used to. And like I say, he's a recent 900 Global signee, so, he's done a good job, both 300 overseas in Japan to win a title, and he's been close a bunch of weeks here. And I keep an eye out for Chris, but, yeah, he definitely looks to be going a little straighter every opportunity he gets.
Well, and Chris is helping him design products down there, too. I mean, he's getting more involved, just not being a player, being a staff member. I mean, he's actually investing his knowledge and experience of ball motion, and it's a refreshing concept and idea. Hey, you called it great. You called it great right there. 10 back.
Randy here on lane 19. He left a 210 on what he thought was a good shot. Comes strikes on the right lane, 210s on the left lane again, strikes, makes the adjustment on lane 19, now goes 3-6 through the face. That is not the look you want.
I'm going to tell you.
Oh, what a bad break for Cliff Connor. He had a 3-6-10, pin spins around, knocks out the 6 and leaves him the baby split.
Wow, back in the ballgame.
I tell you, we got a little change right here.
Carter with a double. Not many strikes on that first pair over there with Big John and
I tell you what, Mike Townis, he's throwing it really great. Last two shots on lane 16 have just not panned out, but I tell you, with his demeanor, do not count him out. Even though match-wise he's down a bunch of pins right now.
Right now,
he's down a bunch of pins. He's down 44 right now. But I tell you what, don't 44. Don't count him out.
So you're saying if this was a heavyweight boxing match, you're saying don't call the fight yet?
It's the third round.
I tell you what, if this was a pitch and pennies match, I wouldn't say count anybody out in it. I'm telling you, because anything can change in a New York minute.
Jimmy was telling me about that. He said, I've been around 20 years in high roller, just kind of watching all sorts of crazy stuff happen.
Oh, my gosh. See, just like this, like you just said on 19 and 20.
Perfect example that guys have to understand what the scoring pace is.
Mm-hmm.
The scoring pace is low. Russ is a young kid, doesn't really, still learning. Randy's got nothing, and he leaves a washout. Just pitch it up there, let it roll,
Keep the ball in
control
play.
the pocket, make your spares. I mean, wow, that was unbelievable.
Wow, how many times you see the head pin go in
Yeah.
front of the 10 pin, off the
Off the
wall,
wall.
on a washout? Unbelievable.
So now he's giving Randy a breath of life. Randy gets up and get a double. Now the heat's back on Russ.
It's less than a 10-pin match now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And Randy's got nothing. If he figures it out, he can run him down.
And the thing is, if you're Randy and you're sitting on the bench, you're saying, hey, that guy just struck twice. He leaped one right and it hung on him. Hey, he's going to be thinking twice about it next time that lane he struck.
Absolutely. Sam Carter, 2-4-8-10 over there, guys.
Wow. Got a little right. Didn't get the ball to face up quick enough.
It's a big shot for Russ. He's pinching a little bit now.
Whoop,
he just
swung
washed
that
out. Got a better
washing
chance
out
of hitting
again.
the power ball. Now all of a sudden it swings back.
Yep, he opened up at the bottom instead of staying squared up the lane. He opened up at the bottom, and he threw it right through the spot.
Gary Federer lobbing him up again, slamming it in. Good
Look
call.
at this, 15-16.
Hey, what did we just
Did
call
you
him a minute
guys
ago?
just call that?
No, we didn't call it. The fact is, until you're done bowling the game, it's going to happen.
It's a fact.
When you get a guy down, you got to finish him off. If you don't, you give a guy another chance. I tell you what's going to come back to bite you.
I'm going to tell you, I thought Russ was going to bury him.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going out on a limb. Randy, we'll see how
Randy
smart.
figures out the
Let's
left
see
lane,
how
you
smart
think?
Randy is here. You know what he's going to do? If I'm him, old school.
Re-rack.
We're bowling right here.
Moving
I
right,
slow the
the
pace
hard
down.
one.
I'm gonna figure out a way to get it to the pocket. Spin it, kick it, roll it, whatever I got to do
Kick
to get it there.
I tell you what, I'm going to move right and dead pipe this one.
Just kind of spin it up there, let it just roll up there. Do what you got to do. Hit the 1-3.
You give me a breath of life right here.
This is a huge shot.
Look at
Oh
my! Hey,
Just
but
annihilated him.
He's still 10 pin. He's going to
He's
take
in
the
the
lead in the
lead.
match. He's going to take the lead.
taking the lead, sitting on the bench.
He's going to take the lead. He's going to take the lead.
Sam Carter down 6 over there.
I tell you, Mike Towns gets up. If he can carry on lane 16, he's going to make this a match in a hurry.
Absolutely, he
In a
doubles right here.
hurry.
The heat's back on the other guy.
Absolutely.
Not many strikes on that first pair down there, Wes. Look, how about 1 in 4 frames?
Mr. Peoples just signed into the chat to say hello.
Hey, guy.
Evening, sir.
Look at this. He almost gave it back to him. Made the spare.
We got a 2-pin match right here in this 19 and 20
Gary, this
deal.
is the key frame. I'm going to tell you, Randy's he's either going to
210,
move left.
210 high.
He's either going to move left
And get soft, huh?
and get soft and go around it, or he's going to move right and
jam
cable
it.
it. Absolutely.
I'd move right and jam it on this
I'm
pair.
going to tell you,
I'd move left and wheel on it.
Not me. I'm going to tell you right now,
You
this
can pipe it?
kid's about 23 years old. This kid's hooking.
He's hooking it?
He ain't moving right.
Like we said.
By the way, my boy's foot is left of the big
Yeah,
dot.
he's left to the
It ain't.
Yeah, and he ain't blackjack bowling either.
Yeah,
he ain't
he
got no 20 and hit 10. He ain't doing that stuff.
He's looking to change his hand a little, I see right there.
Yeah.
But it ain't. No, he cabled a little bit. Made the
Look
right,
at that.
A
There
little
you go.
straighter.
There you
Look,
go.
his arm swing got out a little bit, kept it on line.
There you go.
There's the West Pie call.
By the way,
Oh.
the teeter-totter has just went the other way. He
Hey,
said,
but-
step up.
By the way, Jimmy and I had figured out that I personally am wrong 99% of the time.
Nah.
And that was one more case of that.
I believe the exact term was you were sharp as a dull tack.
Sharp
Oh,
as a dull tack.
Look at Cliff Connor catching a little turkey there with a wall shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, we got a little rain delay working over here with Russ. He's a little slow play here. Little Norm Duke action. 2 guys sitting right next to each
Well,
other.
no, it's
here.
only going to be Norm Duke if he gets up and starts rubbing to see the sticky spot on the approach
Yeah,
that
he's
isn't
got
there.
the tape working.
That isn't there.
Oh, I'm waiting for Randy to push him and say you're up.
You got to call it.
We need a little scrum
as they
here.
as they say in poker here in Las Vegas, you got to call clock on the guy. Make him make a shot.
Sam
We
Carter.
need a little 2-4, 8-10 again on that lane. How's that pair?
Wow.
And West, by the way, 17 and 18, toughest pair in the joint. When they come over here, and it's fresh.
I tell you what, that's going to change. That's going to change the entire environment. And I will tell you, my opinion is they're going to move to the right.
I'm going to tell you, John Rakowski is a big factor in this tournament.
Yes.
He's
Because
playing
been
to the
playing
right
right
the
every
whole
pair I've
time.
watched him on. I watched
taking it out of play.
Yeah, I watched the guys in the 36 to 50, 54 division, if I recall the ages correctly, and he was to the right, and he kept adjusting his speed,
Just
adjusting
pivoting his feet a little bit,
exactly.
and keeping it in
He'd
play.
start up a little early and lay it off, or he
Russ
was
is going to catch this one.
Wow,
Threw that one good.
he went to the whip on that one.
2-pin match. Sam Carter burying himself. Lost the wood.
You do not see that. I'm shocked with the Sam deal.
Yeah.
I tell you what, going back down to 13 and 14 for a second.
Looks like
Out of
is that
13 frames, we've had one strike. Out
Seth.
of 13 frames. There's where the pressure really is. I believe that's a handicap division, isn't it?
Mike Townis, blower 7-10. How good a game is he bowled for nothing?
Wow. The left lane. I tell you what, he's got to figure it out because that's where he's going to finish the 10th.
Unbelievable.
Let's see what Russ. You think Russ is going to strike right here?
I think this one, it came up a little late. I think he's going to pinch it in a little bit. It could go high. Oh, he threw it farther right.
Wow.
Threw it good.
Wow, great shot right there. Yeah, I tell you what, the fans are going to start getting in this a
holding
little
on
bit.
number 72 on the offense.
I tell you what, it's been a little bit quiet here because everybody's been a little bit surprised at some of the changes in these matches as they're going round and round.
Yeah. Let's see if Randy can step up here. This is big. We got a match. 2-pin match. Looks like the other ones. Is the gentleman on the end from Mexico there, Wes, on 23? Is that one of
that's
Alex's
why you're
guys?
hearing all the cheering.
Yes. I
That
tell you
game-
what, during the Storm Challenge, we had some of the bowlers from Mexico, and they really getting into it. It sounded like a soccer match here with all the chanting and cheering for all the different folks.
We
It
were
was
looking for the
fantastic.
Zuzavellas. I made the call out.
I'm
I
not
didn't
sure
hear
that
it.
word would have ever gotten worked into this broadcast without you, Jim.
Twice this week. Yeah. Randy just 2-8'd on that pair. So the winner down on the end there, we're working on getting all the bios and everything together, but the Team Mexico, as we call them, gentlemen, looks like the winner there. He shut him out.
Hey, let me tell you, a special shout out to our friend, our friend with Studio Pro Shop, Mr. Alex Archunda. He's helped to make sure there's a huge contingent of bowlers that come up from Mexico. He's done it for several years. This year he had almost 60 players here, and just really do appreciate it because it's really a pleasure. I mean, that's part of my sales territory, but Alex is a class act, a nice gentleman, a good professional, great for the sport, and
Good worker, yeah.
and he shares the love. I tell you what kind of guy he is. He gets here early in the week with the entire group to make sure they have a great time, have a great experience, not just on the lanes here at the bowling center, but also here in Las Vegas. And having a good time. But anyhow, on the other side, he only bowled early today. He bowled one squad. He made the cut and made the finals.
Gary on.
Alex did it in one round.
One round, one entry today. Last one at 1 o'clock.
This match.
Wow,
is
hey,
this
this match is on.
8-pin match over there.
This
now
match is on.
We're through 15 balls on 13 and 14. We got one strike.
Yeah.
One strike. So let's see where we're at. We
and
got
it's
But you know
all-
what? But you know what? They don't have a missed spare. You've had two splits, but no missed spares.
So let's see what we
That's
got
the thing
here.
about
Let's-
the handicap players. They become very good spare shooters. The spares become strikes when they begin to make more accurate shots more
Yeah.
consistently.
John Rakowski is a winner on that pair over there. Cliff Connors
Connors
is a
a
winner
winner
over
over
here.
Yep.
We got the Team Mexico gentleman over there. And anything can happen. I believe Russ is thinking about this one. Remember, he washed out here. This is a big shot. It's the one where he steps on him a little bit.
This is a key shot right here.
Well, no doubt.
This is huge.
This shows whether he's in it to
He
win.
needs the next two shots to shut out the match.
Yeah, this one here shows whether
This
he's
is
in it
it.
to win it. This one shows whether he's in it. I think the last one he held it, he grabbed it a little bit. I
Oh,
think he
look
might
at
try
that.
to slow
Wow.
his hand down a little bit here.
Woo, wow, great. 10 in the pit.
Yeah.
How good's that shot?
I tell you, he faced it up. He came right up. He came right up the back there, right, Jim? He didn't get off the side of it where he got in trouble in his two watches. He got a little off the side of it, a little opened at the bottom. This he stayed squared up.
If he makes it read the front part of the lane, what we're looking for, if he makes it read it early, then it's going to control the back. If he doesn't make it read the front like the other two, what happens? It shoots through there. So he's got to make sure that he rolls it in the front, catches it so that it'll come off of that spot and face up a little better.
You know, I tell you what, I've been here a lot this week, and I've been in this industry a long time, like both of my colleagues have been. And I tell you what, we got friends all over this industry, and I tell you what, anybody, if it's the great people at Brunswick, who, by the way, congratulations, they got some new ownership of Blue Arc out of Atlanta. That's fantastic. Their consumer products divisions do great under the leadership of Brent Perrier and those guys. Fantastic class act. I know Bill Chrisman thinks a lot of Mr. Perrier, and they discuss bowling and how to make bowling better, as well as the folks at Ebonite International in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. I tell you what, please do not make a mistake. Yes, we're competitive on the lanes, and yeah, we like to do things, but I tell you what, when it comes down to it, every company I've ever seen in this business is all about helping this sport and helping this business get better, whoever it is. If it's EBI, if it's Brunswick, if it's Storm, whoever, we're all in this together. And trust me, we give each other a little bit of the business when maybe it's your day or maybe it's their day. But please don't mistake the fact that we all love bowling, and that's what it's about.
Absolutely, my friend. Well
How's that
said,
break for
Wes.
Russ right there?
It's Randy's got to step up and throw
How's
a double.
that?
Unbelievable.
Otherwise,
Stone
that
eight.
break doesn't matter.
He went Randy Peterson at the RPC. Let's see if we get a little Ernie Schlegel in return.
One
here.
for the old guys, brother. One for the old guys.
salad.
Ernie Schlegel going crazy.
But see, this is in reverse though. You had the Stone eight first. Now this guy's got.
Wow.
Now this other gentleman's got to get
Needs
the
a
double. Cliff Connor coming over, giving him a little bit of encouragement. Saying, "Come on, man. I want to see you in that top 5. Better be careful what you wish for there,
Team
Cliff.
Arizona right there.
Better be careful what you wish for there, Cliff. But let them sleeping dogs lie. That young man's got a lot of bowling ball in his hand.
Hey, there's some Arizona. 4 Arizonas going
Where's
right
Mr.
now.
Rakoski from? Did I check that? Mr. Rakoski. Let me take a little look here. Of course, he's the one that doesn't have a city listed by his. If anybody out there knows Mr. John Rakoski, we're going to get a bio in a minute, but give Gary a shout out on there and let us know where he's from. Pretty good game right there. 2 bad shots for 191.
I tell you what, and it's not as easy. It's not as easy as it looks because they are. I mean, they're trying to hit a 5-inch area in the pocket, 60 feet away from the foul line.
Let's take 13 and 14. We now have 2 strikes through 6 frames.
And here's the crazy part: the 2 strikes through 6 frames. The one gentleman who's clean, it shows it pays to fill the frames with spares as well as a few strikes, is the guy who's in the lead.
Randy
By less than
Cote
20.
needs this one. Look at that.
Good
cheetah
shot.
low right.
Great
Woo!
shot. 10 in the pit.
Good as it gets right
I tell you what,
there.
and no emotion either. You notice his pre-shot routine was solid.
Breathing good.
He knows he
And
needs
he knows
another
he needs
shot
2.
here. He needs a
2.
really, really nice pure shot.
Cheated a little bit to the right. Made sure it got to the friction and faced up like Wes talked about. He got the ball to read the front part of the lane, so it would read that mid lane and give good continuation on the back.
I tell you, one of the things I'd like for those of you who are tuning in tonight, everybody gets into what the ball does. I was privileged to sit with some really, really outstanding bowlers many, many years ago, and they told me the fact it's not what the ball does, it's what the pins do. And what we're going to talk about that just very briefly is watch the way the pins fall down. Watch the way the ball goes through the pins. That's going to tell you the way you need to adjust with more ball speed, less ball speed, a little bit more angle.
A little quick.
See, you got a little quick. You got off the side of that a little bit. Left the 2-8. So tonight, when you get to this championship match, watch the way the ball goes through the pins, and you're going to see the pin carry. Because as Hall of Famer George Pappas from Charlotte, North Carolina, one of
the
my
general.
says, hey, pocket hitters are a dime a dozen. The guys who carry, the ones who go to the Hall of Fame. That's what it's about. Warning track power doesn't mean nothing. It's the guy who hit the home runs.
That's from the guy that never gave the pocket away since 1962.
Absolutely. You know what? He knows how to carry, too. Let me tell you what.
My man with the greatest knee bend and follow through ever, George Pappas.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, so these matches are all ended up. We got
the
one
handicap match
going
still
on,
going on.
13 and 14. John thought he threw that one good, just didn't get back. He's throwing a straight-up urethane ball and
Pitch
playing
black.
it real close, real tight.
That's what he's been doing all week to get his score. That's what he came up with when he was down on the practice pairs. He had 5 or 6 different balls out there. That's what he came up that
Naples. Hey, we just had a shout out from Larry Brandy that John Rakowski is from Naples, Fort Myers.
Nice.
That means he bowls down in one of the bowling centers probably owned by the Sonello family.
Pat Sonello, yeah.
Pat Sonello's family. Fantastic
My
proprietors.
sister-in-law
down there.
lives in Fort Myers, a little bit down there. Naples, a little bit north of there. Naples is south of Fort Myers.
How do you shoot the 248?
Oh, man.
He don't know either.
The gentleman
know
who,
either.
the gentleman that was clean just chopped a spare by just mere inches.
258, yep.
So he's still 4 in the lead because the guy that was on his heels just got 5-4. So we have the A bowler has 95 in the 7th. John has 121.
Yep.
And now Ronald Mastas is stepping up. He has 97 in the 6th.
He's from Helena, Montana. He's got a couple other family members there.
What's your guy's name? I'm sorry, Gary, from that has the Storm U
My
shirt
man
on him?
Brian.
Brian
Brian
sorry.
from the Wisconsin area.
Nice.
Shout out to Steve Richter who drills his bowling balls. Steve Richter. You guys know Steve Richter at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sure do.
Sheboygan.
I tell you what, he's won a couple of Eagles. Been on some
good is he?
outstanding
Hall of Famer.
teams.
I believe his number is 3.
USBC
I
Hall
think
of
3
Famer.
Eagles, and I asked him about it. I go,
Mortal Lock.
I said, you know how great winning 3 Eagles is? And he goes, I am the least talented on an incredibly talented team. That's how humble he is.
Wow.
By the way, he won doubles in all events, too.
Yeah, he's
When
flat
I
out
went to
good
Baton
bowler.
Rouge, you won them both. Mortal Lock for the USBC Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
Your boy up here.
Come on, Brian. Finish strong, buddy.
Wow.
210.
I tell you what, everybody's feeling the pressure on that pair. Everyone's feeling the pressure because it's really getting down to the end of the game, and you got to make a couple of shots, and you got to trust yourself. When you're in these gentlemen's positions they're in right now, it's probably the first time they had this amount of pressure that they're trying to learn to trust themselves and make an adjustment with what the ball does on the lane.
Good tip when Gary and I have talked about this all week. Fill the frames, and you got to control the pocket.
Absolutely.
This pair
You're
of these
exactly
guys
right,
are
Jim.
not controlling the pocket.
And look at the way that matching on 19 and 20 that you were talking about. The gentleman who controlled the pocket, he's the guy who's advancing.
Correct,
The other
absolutely.
young man gave it away a little bit, missed it by hair, left it 2-8.
And it's interesting because Randy bowled pretty close to there the match before.
Yep.
You got to kind of pay attention to where you're at. And you saw that the guy bowled 240 playing to the right. Russ was smart enough to get to the right, get right on top of it. Like you say, I mean,
You got to keep the pressure. You got to keep the
you
pressure
gotta-
on.
you
You got
gotta
to keep
take
the
a
pressure
look.
on.
Randy was in a tough spot there. That was a bad draw for Randy in that spot.
Big John.
Flat
Hey,
10.
Flat
I
10
tell you,
right
but you
there.
know what? He got in the pocket. That's going to get him lined up for the 10th frame.
He's the
That's gonna
favorite
give,
right now.
That's going to give him some confidence right there. He
Hey,
got the
he's
ball back in the
lead right
pocket.
now.
He's the
in
favorite.
the lead.
Exactly. But you still got to close the door. You got to finish
He's
the
got to
deal.
make this spare. You're right. He's got
And
to
I'm-
convert the spare.
until
keep
you're
it
done
clean.
with the pencil, you're not.
And
It's not over.
I'm going to tell you that if he gets to the title match, John's a big factor because it's a fresh pair.
Let's go. Come on, John. Let's get this done, buddy.
Come on, spare it up.
Good boy.
There you go.
Good job.
There you go.
Jimmy, what were you working with John with earlier in the week? You guys were working a little bit on, was it strategy on the lane or just the release
I
and
think
kind of
it's
how to keep it in front of him?
Kind
or?
of both. What we were talking about is he bowled a chance squad the first day, and his ball, every time he missed in, it looked like somebody kicked it because
Yeah.
the middle lane is so dry. So we went through his whole arsenal of balls, made some some cover stock changes. We eliminated some balls, and he realized that, hey, the straighter is a little bit better. He had a pitch black coming the next day.
Oh, great shot
Good
right
shot.
there.
We hit it with
Great shot.
We hit it with 500, matched up pretty good. He bowled 720 or 730.
Ronald just put 10 back on that.
I tell you, Ronald just changed things right here. He's now got ball in hand. He can go out for 207
Yeah.
versus 201, and the other gentleman can only go out for 164. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Now the other gentleman can only go out for 154, but hey, you still got to close the frames.
Do you think Ronald's going to step up on this left lane and get it done? What do you think?
You know, I tell you,
Jimmy's shaking his head because he knows how tough this pair is. 13-14's been tough for everybody.
By the way, that's a guy. You know what?
Well,
he
the thing-
deserves to make it if he steps up and get a double, because he had 2 9s, 4 7s, and a 6 before that. So if he gets up and gets a double, you know, touche. God bless him.
I tell you what,
move on.
I tell you what, the gentleman get up
John's
on
getting a strike here.
I tell you what, the
John
gentleman,
needs-
John on the right lane, he's got some confidence because of the fact he's been filling some frames. He came back with a nice shot to leave that half 10 pin. He's going to make a nice shot here because he's going to settle in because he's got confidence
I'm
going
going to tell you
into
what
the
he's
10th.
going to do. We've talked about this exact situation.
Foundation frame.
He's going to get a little bit more right, and he's going to try to play the shim.
Play it
he's
straighter.
Shim being where there's oil to his left, and try
Absolutely.
to play the hold a little bit.
Absolutely
The urethane ball, you got to make it read the front part of the lane, and that's been consistent all the way across. John's going to cheat a little right, and I'm saying he strikes.
Very nice call.
There you go. There you go. Got
Did
a little
exactly
break.
that,
Got
so.
a little break because that's a typical urethane read. It doesn't arc in the back so much. It faces up.
That's what he's
Got to get
looking
that
for.
corner pin out.
We
Come
talked
on, Ronald,
exactly
make good
about
shot.
that scenario. He moved right. Gary, what do you think here? Is Ronald getting a strike?
I'm rooting for Ronald.
I think we root for everybody. I think that's a great call. Like you say, I think that if he gets a double here, he deserves to or have a chance to win.
Yeah.
Because he struggled early in the game.
Been patient all game, made the spares, open on the split. That's understandable.
Check it out.
Now he's
Absolutely.
got a chance.
He made 6 spare, 7 split spare, 7 spare, 7 spare. So the guy has been grinding trying to figure it out.
Sure has. He needs someone to stay in the game.
This gives him control. Oh, he threw it good too.
My.
He went to the cross.
Got it in and
Went to
faced
the
up.
cross, brother. Big John ready to kill himself over there.
Not necessarily. I tell you what, he can still strike out for 2-on-1. If I'm John, I want to get up in the 10th on the left lane right now. As soon as this guy throws a shot, I want to get up. I want to throw a double. I want to have this guy thinking as much as possible about the fact that I'm going to have to get up and throw 2
Gary, he
strikes
missed
in the
that
10th.
sarcasm shot right there.
I know.
He doesn't quite have
I'm
our
just passing on
sarcasm,
by,
Gary.
right over the sarcasm.
If you're going to be in this booth, you got to get the sarcasm rolling.
What do you think, my boy Brian here? I want him to make the spare, finish good. This is a great tournament for Brian. He works his butt off.
Yep. I tell you, he's a developing player. He's really gone a long ways in this event. It's something he's going to build on in the future. He's got a really good game, good solid game, part of Storm U. He's learning every shot he places.
Yeah.
Here you go. I don't understand. I tell you what, if I'm the player in the left lane, I want to get up in the 10th. I want to post those shots right now and have as much time for the B player to be
think about it?
for Ronald to be thinking about it. Absolutely.
Unless he knows he got a good look and he's going to throw a double.
He's throwing a half 10.
He's moving 2 right here. 2 right in his eyes, 1 left, and he's jamming it right in. It's either.
No, he's going to make a 1-1 right, and he's going to go after it.
He's
He's
got
going
to
to
get
go straight
it
up
to face
after
up.
it. Let's see what you think now.
I'm going to let you guys call this shot, but I want to throw one little thing in there. Jimmy and I talked about it when we've called the action leading up to this event tonight. The sportsmanship I see is awesome. Brian just got done. He bowled a miserable game for him because he's a talented player. Bowled
He's
140.
He's learning a lot.
He walks off the approach. The fans are clapping for him, and his opponents are shaking his hand because he had a great tournament.
Absolutely.
John's up against the ball return now. All the way right. Looking to lean on it. Oh, it never came.
Brooklyn.
Oh.
Yo, roll that.
Almost rolled it.
Hey, but still, the other gentleman's got to get a mark. Even with spare strike, he's still got a mark.
Yes, he does.
Got a mark.
That ain't no giving.
It isn't
They
a
got
given.
about 5 strikes between them.
If the gentleman
Brian
in lane
had
13, if
2.
the gentleman 13 gets he spares this up, okay? He gets more than 6 pins.
6 strikes in the whole game. That's unbelievable between the 3 of them.
I tell you what, that's about the pressure. That's about what's going on here. Because this is a lot of money. $20,000 first place, $10,000 for second.
Thought he missed a
I
nickel.
tell you what, he sure did. He was a little left of that.
I got to tell you, Wes, I agree with you 100%, but as Gary and I have talked about a bunch this week, this snake oil pattern that Jamie put together, it's tough, man. They're flat in the middle. There's hang to the right. If you don't have the right angle and your ball doesn't read it, I believe your factor is key. I think you put it together with the tough lane conditions. Man, anything could happen here. This could be a high roller moment right here. This could be 5 through the middle or a dead solid strike. It could be anything.
Yep, sure
You
could
know?
be. I'm calling 10 in the pit.
He just went Brooklyn, so
Wow, wash out.
What I say, anything can
Wash
happen.
out.
Anything can happen.
He's got to spare this up.
and get 9.
Got to spare it up and get
big,
9.
Big count right here for Big
Big
John.
count, you're right.
Big count here. I'm telling you, I've seen this in a high roller
Still,
for 20 years.
Ronald has got a spare. Ronald has got a spare here.
I'm saying 20 years, I've seen this happen 100 times.
Yep.
Where guys
Yep.
get up and they need a spare and they get 6
181.
or 3 off the left or lead to 1-2. Anything can happen in the high roller and the TAT atmosphere.
Hey, and what did we say earlier? And it normally does. Anything can happen, and it normally does.
Happening right in front of you.
Sure is.
John's
wow.
a winner.
Unbelievable.
John
what a
moves
finish.
on.
10-pin, 12-pin match. Wow, what a grind. What a grind.
Anything can happen in the TAT. High roller, anything.
Wow. Hey, we got our 5 finalists.
5 finalists are set. They've got to set the stage, verify all the scores. We've got to get things in order here. So what we're going to do for all the folks at home, we've got a couple new interesting, segments, commercials. We thought maybe we can roll a little bit of that while the championship gets set up, and then we'll come back and call the championship.
Absolutely. We'll set the
20
stage with all the
dimes
players.
We're giving away
20,000. Come back.
This is awesome.
Come back after the
Good stuff.
after the commercial. Tavio, you got some interesting footage for us? He does. He should.
For our 30th anniversary ball, we are making only 30 of them because we wanted to thank all of our partners, really, who have been instrumental in building our business and growing our company and have given back a lot to the bowling industry. And we decided to go with a white pearl because that actual color is what you're supposed to give it when you have a 30th anniversary. The center of gravity, there's actually one spot on the ball that actually is heavier than the rest of the mass throughout the ball. So that's something that we wanted to kind of honor our roots a little bit and use that HSP logo to indicate and mark where that center of gravity marking is. As far as the logos on it, you'll see not only the Storm logo and the very special 30th anniversary logo, but there's also an oval bolt, which has become really synonymous with the Storm brand. People recognize that and think Storm. They don't have to see Storm. It has the Flying S logo on it. I think there's a lot of really key, critical moments in Storms in the last 30 years. It feels great to be a part of that.
I'm Chad McLean from Storm's Technical Department, and I'm here to talk to you today about Storm's upcoming release, the Optimus Solid. Here at Storm, we are constantly testing new and unique covers and cores. The success of the Tri-Sphere is undeniable. Here's the weight block used in the Optimus Solid. As you can see, it is the same Tri-Sphere design used in the original Optimus. The logical response to filling in on much needed gap was to wrap the Tri-Sphere core with the superior traction of its 2000 grit R2X shell to combat the thickest of oil. The R2X 2000 grit solid cover stock is meant for oil. Its low RG core shape will bring the breakpoint even closer towards you, which helps you control the mid-lane, something the pros are masters at. Even the pros miss, and this is the type of ball that maximizes your area on the lane. The low RG solid cover stock matte finish on the Optimus Solid is the epitome of a benchmark ball. Hi, I'm Chad McLean from Storm's Technical Department. Today I'm here to talk to you about the upcoming release, the Skyrocket. Storm does an exceptional job of filling in the gaps, and the Skyrocket assumes its position in the Thunderline with authority. So we've got the same booster core in the Skyrocket as its predecessor, the Rocket, the same surface prep at 1500 grit polish. All roads lead back to one very important element, the cover stock. The Skyrocket is a pearlized ball, meaning that it has a pearlescent additive in its shell, making it less porous than its solid or hybrid counterparts. What this means to you is it's going to give you a few extra feet of length down the lane when your original hybrid rocket is hooking too early. There are hundreds of variables that dictate a ball's motion on the lane for the bowler. The number one most important factor is the surface, what's actually touching the lane. The Skyrocket is going to be a house shot killer. The angle this ball will produce is enough to kick out the most stubborn of corner pins. So when your rocket is rolling too early and your high road pearl is going too late, the Skyrocket fills that gap perfectly.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Rotogrip fans of all ages, the time has come. 5 new Rotogrip balls are coming your way right now. 5 new Rotogrip balls are coming your way right now. The Menace adding to the HB4 line is really a piece that we've been missing for a while. This is the first time in a long time that we've actually had an asymmetric ball, which is a plain solid reactive cover stock. Working with the RD team here, that putting just a solid reactive cover, which makes it more responsive off friction, would be a definite bonus for us and create a reaction that we haven't seen, which allows you to be very versatile and allow a lot of different angles on a lane and really fit all styles of games. The Haywire was a unique piece from the get-go. We needed to bring back the middle roll 70 core, which was also popular in the Disturbed, but I also knew I needed to put a new twist on it, and that's where I blended it with the Hypercell cover. Something that doesn't really match what we have in the line right now, and something that's totally different for the Rotogrip side. This ball is going to give you more mid to back end. It's going to be something that everybody's going to have in the bag. On the Devour, this was something that, this one took a little bit of time because our HB2 line has been so strong and so well received over the last couple of years. So we actually modified the neutron core that's found in the wrecker, putting that with a solid cover stock that's finished to 3000. You're gonna get a solid reactive ball that clears the fronts, but shapes mid lane to back end with control, that for those drier conditions, it's gonna be another versatile piece, and that was the idea behind it. In the HB1 line, we have a new introduction to the family, better known as the Loco. We offer these in a solid and a pearl, so both come factory shined. We brought in a new core, so you're gonna get a little bit more dynamic than what we had in the Scream and Shout. The idea behind it, again, was to increase performance, but still, keeping that price point.
That's a wrap on another show. Bowl Expo 2015 is officially in the books. Wednesday night was a great night. We had the 30th anniversary party over at the Paris. On Thursday, we unveiled the new Rotogrip bowling balls for the catalog. It was great. We had a lot of traffic. We had visitors from all over the world, pro shops from all over the country also. So we really appreciate the opportunity and the traffic in here. On Friday, we unveiled the 30th anniversary bowling ball. Interviewed Bill and Barbara Crispin. What a great thing. If you haven't seen it, please visit our Facebook page. I would like to thank everybody who came and visited us. We had a great turnout, lots of distributors from all over, lots of pro shops, lots of activity. A special thanks to the Bowling Proprietors Association for putting on such a great show. Bowl Expo was wonderful. Anybody who hasn't visited Bowl Expo that ever gets a chance, please don't miss that opportunity. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us.
All right, well, we are back live, the Orleans, Las Vegas, and we are getting ready to start this championship match where we are going to give out a bunch of money. Before I do, it is with heavy heart that I send out my condolences to Chad McLean and his wife and their family. Chad's dad passed away last night, and very short, brief struggle with an illness. And I got that news. Leanne texted me last night, and I feel horrible for Chad, and he's in our thoughts and prayers. All of us at Storm
God
wish
bless
him and
Chad
his
and his
family.
family, no doubt.
Absolutely. So, Chad, we're thinking about you, buddy.
Definitely.
Let's go and look at these bowlers. Hey, Jimmy, you want to go through the list, or Wes, you want to take that while
I'll
I take a
comment
minute?
Go ahead and we'll add a little bit.
Well, in the senior division, we have Cliff Connors from Tempe, Arizona, who actually he bowled on the PBA Tour. He's a member of the Mesa, Arizona Hall of Fame. He was a mini eliminator champion a little over 20 years ago, 1994, and he was the high amateur at the U.S. Open in 1995. You actually saw him featured on the match on lanes 21 and 22 earlier. Then also John Rakowski from Estero, Florida, which is in the Fort Myers area, Fort Myers, Naples area. He's also a member of the Southwest Florida Bowling Hall of Fame.
I like his hobbies. Bowling.
Bowling, absolutely.
He doesn't have anything listed, just bowling is his hobby.
He was very straightforward. He was very straightforward. Also, the young man we were discussing earlier who won the match on 1920, Russ Oviatt from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, 20-year-old, bowling a golf for his hobbies. He had the third highest averaging in collegiate bowling this year. His high finish, he had a third-place finish in a regional. He has 9 JBT titles and 2 major junior titles. So he's actually going to be one of the youngsters. He's going to be one of the youngsters in the group here with us. Also, the 2 players, and to keep this in mind, okay, we want to set the stage for you. Those 3 players get no handicap whatsoever. However, in the true amateur tournament, they feature the fact it's a 215 and under division, and there's a 189 and under division. The gentleman who qualified in the 215 and under division is Jonathan Kroll from West Seneca, New York. And if my geography rattles around in my brain, that's in the Buffalo area. So he's played against some really great competition, and his hobbies are bowling, cars, and weightlifting.
Really?
His
Weightlifting?
bowling accomplishments.
Shocker.
I tell you what, I love this. This is my favorite comment. He gets 12 pins, and you know his bowling accomplishments? Made the finals, exclamation point in all capital letters. Good for you, Jonathan. Congratulations. And in the 190 under division is one of our players from Mexico. Who's Armando Martinez. He's 39 years old. He has 2 300 games, 3 299 games. He's in the 189 and under division. He's going to be getting 16 pins.
Beautiful.
So keep in mind, Jonathan Kroll, our 215 and under player, gets 12 pins. We're going to identify him by which lane he's going to be on. Actually, he's going to be the second player on lane 17. Our lineup on the lane, so you see it on the graphic, is going to be Cliff Connors. Our player in the senior division will be the leadoff player on lane 17. Then we're going to have Jonathan Kroll is going to be our player, the middle player on lane 17. He's going to be getting 12 pins a game. Russ Oviatt is going to be our anchor bowler. He's going to be the third player on lane 17. Then our 189 and under player who gets 16 pins a game, Armando Martinez, is going to be our leadoff player on lane 18. And then our fifth and final player is going to be John Rakowski from Estero, Florida, and he'll also be a scratch player. So keep that in mind when you're figuring out, because these players in one shot could go from making $20,000. The payout's going to be $20,000, $10,000, $7,500, $6,000, and $5,000. So actually, you could have one particular shot making a $15,000 difference.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Ed Dufak, who's done an unbelievable job from Pittsburgh, is actually making a couple of announcing to the crowd here. We're doing live streaming. He's actually asked everybody the same thing we're going to ask you. If you're watching or you got friends from these areas, let us know. And Ed's about to make the announcements. He's going to set the stage just like we did for you.
Going to do some player introductions right now.
Okay.
There you go.
I think we're going to practice first.
All right.
Practice? What do you mean practice?
I got to tell you.
They didn't do practice the Storm Challenge. They made a move and jumped right back into it after about 6 or 7 shots.
I got this handicap, too. I'm looking at it.
What do you mean you got it handicapped?
I got it handicapped.
Look at this.
I got this match handicap. We got a few guys that are going to play to the right. We got John Rakowski. He's going to play out. You got Russ Oviatt's going to play out. I got John's going to use a urethane ball playing out. And then we got the other 2 guys are going to play in. 17's tricky. I think I'm going to give the edge to – let me watch a little bit more of the practice, but 17's the lane that's been key for everybody all week long. And 17 is tough to strike on from the out. In is usually better on 17, and out is a little bit better to the right. So if Cliff Connors can figure out the right lane, I believe Cliff Connors is going to be the winner.
Well, I tell you what, I've only watched a few shots, and just for what it's worth right now, I do believe, and I'm going back to my Storm Challenge days a couple of nights ago, when you were a little further right and you were a little bit straighter through the front part of the lane, especially on this particular pair. Cliff's game dictates the fact he's going to belly the front, which belly means he's going to be going left to right through the front of the lane and not necessarily square up. That's going to give the advantage to a couple of the players.
The other night was on the house pattern. Wes.
Well, I understand, but even on the house pattern, what I'm trying to tell you is, do not count out the young man, the 20-year-old from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, right here throwing his practice shot on 17. Let's see what he does right now.
That's the lane you can play out on.
And you know what? He dead pured it right there.
By the way, we've been here for 4 days, read this pair like a book, and we're good. Easy, breathe, Wes, breathe, babe.
I love disagreeing with Jimmy only for the simple reason it makes for a good time. And he'll owe me a crab cake at Crab Corner. Crab Corner, if you're listening to us, you can send over some crab cakes and some boiled shrimp, and we'll tell you more about it later.
Unbelievable. Gary, you're out of the hook. Look. You're right. I'm wrong. You're skinny. I'm fat. You're pretty. I'm ugly. You're
tomato,
smart,
tomato,
I'm
potato, potato.
Anything else?
Hey, let's get back to the bowling, for goodness sake, guys.
Killing me.
Hey, by the way, while we're doing this, I got one more international thing I need to mention to you.
Really, Wes? You got something to talk about internationally?
I have one more. Hey, no,
Gary,
this is very important.
Ready to go?
This is very important for the future of bowling.
Hey, Wes, let me know when you're back.
Let me know when you're ready.
We can come back.
Let me get a glass of water here, and we're ready
Vote
for
for bowling for the 2020 Olympics. This is big, ladies and gentlemen. If any of you are out there that love bowling and want to see bowling in the Olympics, this is our opportunity to have a voice. The Wall Street Journal in Japan, not out of New York, out of Japan, is doing a worldwide poll and asking which sport would you like to see added to the Tokyo Olympic Games program. You can go to their website. It's Wall Street Journal Japan. We're going to have a link on the stormbowling.com website the first part of the week. And let me tell you, it matters. This really matters to the sport in the game of bowling, the fact that we get this. Let me give you some examples of some of the games we're competing against. This is no joke. You can look it up. Tug of war is one of them, ladies and gentlemen. Tug of war. Bowling, needless to say, is recognized in over hundreds of countries all over the world. Our friend Dave Koss, who's a public relations director at Storm Products, he's going to be making sure that you get the link to be able to go to Wall Street Journal Japan to vote for bowling to be in the Olympics. It's a big deal. It really is. This is our opportunity to change it. It was an exhibition sport back in Seoul, Korea, back in the 1980s, and this opportunity comes along only very so often, and we can certainly change it. And working on the international perspective in Europe, it is an honor to be on your national team, just like it is to be a member of Team USA or Team Mexico or Team Canada. So all I'm trying to say is,
you handle Europe?
That's what I heard. That's a rumor. So anyhow, Wall Street Journal Japan, worldwide poll. Please go vote for bowling to be a sport.
Gary, you want to give Wes time to the promo, that 3-game sweeper they got coming up in Krakow?
Hey, by the way, Buddy DeLuca's got a great tournament coming up, a $39 entry fee. Hey, you want to mess with me? I'm going to go right back at it. Hey, in Washington, PA, at Meadows Casino, it's a $39 entry fee, $4,000 first. Go support Buddy DeLuca. He's one of the best guys in the business. Buddy's mystery score, they paid out over $11,000 here. And Ed Dufek's laughing at me right now, but he knows, hey, he's all pure. You're pure black and gold, and I'm Ravens black and purple, so God love you. Hey, man, Eddie's done a great job. We've had a ball here. We've had a great time hanging out and talking bowling and seeing a lot of people we haven't seen in a long time, so I'm just glad to be here. I hear crickets.
I'm watching, trying to get the lane.
We're just hanging out with Wes.
Is that crickets?
This is the Wes.
Just hanging out with
This
Russ.
is the Wes and Russ show.
I liked your text message.
What is that? I didn't see that one. I was trying to get a point there.
Well, you know
Your
what?
text message. Read that text message.
No. All it is, it's some folks telling us that they really appreciate what we're doing and that they're having some fun with us. And you know what? We having fun too. So hey, if you're on the live chat, you jump in here and ask us something really crazy and what have you.
It would be great if you could, but we can't.
We got too many people. We got too many people. But please.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I already gave my opinion.
I tell you what.
I'm sticking with
I'm
it.
telling
I
you right
ain't
now,
changing.
I believe there's going to be 2 or 3 players that in the 9th frame, that shot in the 9th frame, the foundation frame, is going to make a difference of thousands of dollars. And I'm not just being obscure here. It can make a difference in $15,000 from 5th to 1st on one particular shot in your hand. It makes a big difference.
Right.
Now, bear in mind, keep in mind, okay, as you look at the graphic, for Jonathan Kroll, the middle player on lane 17, he's going to be getting pins. He's going to be getting 12 pins. He's the 215 and under player. The leadoff player on the right lane,
I'm going to tell you.
Armando Martinez, is going to be, he's the 189 and under player from Mexico. He's going to be getting 16 pins. So please factor that into the score.
I think it's out of the wood by the 8th. Cliff Connors is the winner.
I don't think so. Not so, as Lee Corso say, not so fast, my friend.
You know what I'm doing?
Gary.
I like me some Jonathan Kroll, our guy from New York that's been working his butt off all week. I also just Armando from Mexico. I love these guys from Mexico. They're so infectious. They're just having so much fun out here, you know? So if I'm picking, let's get the pick straight. I'm going Jonathan Kroll.
I gave you my winner.
Who is that? I wasn't listening.
Cliff Connors.
Cliff Connors.
There's a shocker. You weren't listening to me.
Jim C. And who do you got? You going the young blood?
Takes the field like he usually does. He's a high
Takes the
side
field?
guy.
No. I'm going
you
off
pick?
the board. I'm going Armando Martinez.
Yes,
the
Armando.
189 and under player. You know why?
I love me some Armando.
I tell you what, he's going to make the shots because you know what? He's going to make it when he counts. He's going to make them spares.
The guy in the 189 and under is going to step up and make a shot when it counts.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I'm calling it right here, sports fans.
I know you're drinking that Coke now. You better put some vodka in there.
No. I'm going Coke Zero like the NASCAR race tomorrow in
all you
Daytona.
drink.
That's how you're losing
Coke
weight.
Zero.
Huh? Coke
Yes, sir.
Zero.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, everybody's underrating this Russ.
I'm telling you, there ain't
You can't
nobody.
underrate him. He's a great player.
Exactly.
Great player.
It's too easy to pick that.
It's too easy to pick him, and on the left lane, it's tough to play out.
You can't stop him. You're going to hope to contain him.
Just so you guys know, these guys are out here bowling for over $47,000.
All right, so Ed, the tournament official. Tournament official is making the final announcements. I think he will introduce the players officially, if you can hear it over the loudspeaker.
I want to thank the guys behind the staff at the Orleans. I know we give them crap all the time about,
Ed is thanking all the staff here at the Orleans Bowling Center Casino for their hard work. The lanes have run unbelievably fantastic. There's not been a hitch. Nice round of applause for the staff here.
This is the biggest summer TAT bowling tournament we ever had. So once again, thank you.
The largest summer true amateur tournament they've ever had. That's the round of applause you're hearing. And thanks to our friends at K&K Bowling Services and Logo Infusion for their support of the event and all the good things they do to support bowling and support the brands and help educate the bowlers here that come in from all over the world to have their equipment done when they're bowling these tournaments.
We've got 20 seconds of practice left. I'm getting excited.
I tell you what, this is a lot of money. Like Ed Dufik just announced, it's over $47,000.
Okay, let's hear some applause. We're going to get them going here in a minute.
And I tell you what, for the last time this week, ladies and gentlemen, the little announcement comes, says Big Al the Alligator says, please stop practicing. We're on.
Cliff, hit that reset button as soon as they come up. Come on, guys, I need lanes. Going first, our senior division champion out of Tempe, Arizona, Cliff Connors.
All right, we are back. Calling a little action. Cliff Connors throwing the first shot out.
He
right
moved
there.
to the right. I'm not liking my pick.
You moved a little right.
Yeah, I didn't like it. He should have moved left on 17.
As we were talking about, he
Should've
squared up
moved
a little bit in the
17.
front. He's
Yeah, I
not
don't
bellying
like
the ball. He's not arcing the ball as much to the front of the lane.
I don't like it.
He's a little high on that shot, leaving a high 4-pin.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Good spare.
One thing about him,
I'm telling you what, this guy's a
all the
spare
spare.
shooter. He can make shots.
I'm telling you, watching him practice, John Kroll had an unbelievable look with a urethane. If he can strike on 17, this ball went through the pins the right way on 18, as Wes said previously. It's he's going to be hard to beat.
Well, Jonathan also survived that really tough match in the handicap division. He's going to be getting 12 pins added to his score, and you'll notice they've already got that. They're going to have that added in as we show that to you as we go forward.
This will be key. Let's see if it reads it early enough and goes through the pins. And if it gets started enough, if it gets a little firm, it could shoot to the right. It read it right. There's your winner. There's your winner.
Going third, our 189 and under division champion, Armando Martinez from Reynosa, Tamaulipas.
Boy, did you hear the crowd for Armando? Cheer?
Crazy.
Let me tell you, the crowd's important here.
Looks nervous.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
looks
all right.
nervous. Wes trying to get a few more ball sales in Mexico, see him working the crowd.
Nope, I tell you what, let me tell you what, there's a lot of heart and there's a lot of passion, a lot of really, really good players down there. And I'm telling you, they're stepping up and taking on the challenge.
You're right.
I tell you, it's not easy. It's not easy going from your home country, your home bowling center, or your home backyard and playing in someone else's country. It's a whole nother universe.
Good spare.
I got nothing but respect. I mean, I know my colleagues feel the same way because everybody's bowlers here. Everybody's bowlers here. We're all
John
the same way.
Rakowski.
Loosen up.
Wow.
They
Chance.
better be careful what they wish for here at Chanton, USA. I know we're in the United States. It's 4th of July, but it's going to be on.
John played out. We'll see.
I can't believe no one picked John. John's been labeling him.
Yeah, he's the guy
tonight.
that bowled good. Yeah,
He bowled great.
I picked him last time. I changed my pick though. I think he's going to be. That's
Wow.
actually missed left.
Smooth as
Left
silk.
and lead. He got it to read early now.
I tell you, it is the late.
Also out of Tempe, Arizona, Russ Oviatt.
Same city. How's that? Two Tempe guys.
Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Now,
ASU.
just got some information coming in that Russ was the first ASU bowler since Andrew Kane to be an All-American in his sophomore season.
Nice.
20 years old.
Wow. That's fantastic.
And 10 frames away from 20 Gs.
He ranked 10 3 times on this 17 in practice from the out. Let's see if he can get it to shape a little bit different. And like Wes said, go through the pins. I think he's got to get it to read a little sooner to change that entry angle a little bit, to get rid of that ring 10. We'll see. Like you said, this lane's been a horror for people all week long, and all the events that I work here, usually it's a little tough.
Got it in. Oh, he hit it. Yeah. He hit it, faced it right up. Saying, come on. He wants to get the crowd all cheered up and pumped up now.
Wow.
It's a lot of energy for the first frame.
A lot of energy.
A lot of energy for the first frame.
I'll tell you what. That was a little left off his hand. I'm just saying.
Laid like a rug.
Just saying.
Well, I'm telling you what, to quote the late Stuart Scott, John Rakowski is smooth as the other side of the pillow. Let me tell you what, he's cool as the other side of the pillow. I'll get my quotes right here.
He's in no man's land. He's in a bad spot.
See, he's in a bad spot. He gets too much. He's got too much ball tilt too early.
This way. He's either got to move
too much
left
ball
and
tilt.
go around it.
Yep.
Or he's got to move his hand right and get more up the
or
back.
take his hand out of it. You're absolutely right.
I didn't think he would play him this way. I thought he'd be a little bit more left like he was on the other pairs. And I think he sees all these guys playing to the right, and he's trying to migrate there, but he can't get as much on top of it as those other guys. So I think Cliff was in trouble in case until he makes some adjustments here. He ain't gonna miss no spares. I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna bowl a clean game.
I tell you what, in that view that we have with the down lane camera coming back, watch the way these guys set up and how they drop the ball into their swing. It tells you a whole lot about their balance and their follow through. And all these players, you're going to have really good balance, because that's where you get the most leverage on the shot to be able to get the ball to go down the lane and finish. The amateur players who fall off or turn the ball a little early, that's the reason why they hit the pins and they're weak and they don't get the strikes. You see the better players like these guys do.
I'm going to tell you what, Armando's throwing a rocket. The Rockets won every championship we've crowned so far this week.
All three. Ladies, seniors, and the challenge.
Good shot.
He did the right thing.
Back in the pocket.
He did the right thing.
He's in the pocket.
He's actually, I thought where he's at, I thought that's where Cliff Connors would be.
Yep.
But Cliff Connors is actually a little right of that. Now you got your guys to the right. Armando, to me, I think Armando's playing the lanes the correct way. I think out is good, but if you get around a little quick, it's not going to read it, or you're going to gas it a little bit. So we'll see what happens here. It's interesting to see who makes the adjustments.
Exactly.
I still got to say, Big John, if his ball reads it on this lane with that urethane ball, he can control the pocket the best. And that's what we've talked about the whole time, is controlling the pocket. And if Big John grabs a double here, puts pressure on the rest of these people.
Absolutely. And if you notice our downlane camera view coming back, nobody has left. We've got a standing room only crowd here watching the bowling. They're not down in the bowler circles. Only the bowlers are allowed in the bowling area. But I'm telling you what, we have a stacked crowd here, wall to wall, watching the bowling.
The key for John, like we say with the urethane ball, it's got to read the lane quick enough.
Absolutely. Got to read the front.
You're going to see it too. If he misses one and it doesn't hook,
so you got to run that. You got to run that early.
Got to round it quick, and he checked up for the 310.
If you notice, he fell off a little bit to the side, like we just talked about. The amateur players if you get a little too fast, you're a little too anxious. You got the adrenaline pumping a little bit, and gets around the side, like Jimmy says, and the ball hooks early. He wants it to read early, but he doesn't want it to check up and get off the spot too early.
Got to let it roll off your hand and get your hand going forward. Get behind it so it'll. Remember, if the ball doesn't read the front part of the lane, it can't read the back part of the lane.
Late is great. Hitting the ball late, not when you think you're hitting, but after you thought you hit it.
This is a 9-10, not a 3-10. Sorry about that.
Yeah, he split because he went to the big.
I thought it was 3-10. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Guys.
No worries. Now, bear in mind, Jonathan Kroll still gets 12 pins. So he's actually, with his 12 pins, he has 40 in the second, just like if he had strike, spare, strike.
Yep.
Now, bear in mind also our other player, Armando Martinez. He has 16.
They're sleeping on our man here.
There you go. There you go. I tell you what. Ain't nothing radical about that game. He's just 10 in the pit, straight back, nice and smooth, nice and clean.
He's had probably the best look of any of them. He bowled a great game against Town and said he made one bad shot in the middle, and then he bowled over here on the pair with Marvin Hale a little bit earlier, and he bowled 240 when nobody else bowled 200.
I tell you, I watched him bowl the first round of the finals. He had a blowout 7-10. Didn't even phase him. He just kept making great shots.
Yeah, definitely so.
Sam Carter just dropped by to say hello and thank you for the tournament. And I know a lot of those players doing it for Brad Ullman, Jamie McWilliams, and the whole staff here saying thanks very much for running a great event. And it takes a lot of hours, a lot of work by the staff here as well as the staff for the amateur tournament, the high roller, and make it happen. And here's your upline view. I tell you what, look at his hand position right here. Look at the concentration of this young man's face.
Good shot.
Wow. Just when you see a 7-pin like that, you notice it. The ball is faced up early, and you're not getting the reaction of the head pin off the wall or with the reaction of the head pin of the 2 into the 4 to the 7 to get the pin carry. That's the reason why you leave shots like that, because you don't have as much angle with the ball tilt or coming off the head pin. This is what Cliff Connors does here. He's kind of caught in the middle.
He's in a bad spot.
But I tell you what, he's wily. He can make a change.
Yeah, he moved right.
He moved way right. Good move by Cliff.
So
way right. Way right.
So he made the
moved
adjustment,
way right.
like we said.
Yes.
Like we said, here's a guy that's finished second in a high roller previously to Alfonso Rodriguez a couple years ago at Samstown.
Yep.
Little older guy, a little bit more established. Guy bowled each drink, sleeps bowling, 100%.
Well, and the other part of it is
these other guys,
when you're in an environment like this, and Jimmy will tell you, and Gary will tell you the same thing. If you ever, when you meet him in an event or a tournament, is the fact that you got to trust yourself to make that move. You don't have time to doubt yourself. Make an aggressive shot. Make that move. Do not second guess yourself.
Armando needs to get a strike here to get him back in action.
Armando's got there. Oh, he got that a little bit in. He got a little slow. He got it in.
That's a good 8 count right there.
That's a very good 8 count.
Well,
if you remember, he made a move because he left the 6-pin here last time going Brooklyn. So he's made a move, but he didn't make a big enough move. That's the difference with the amateurs and the professionals and the seasoned tournament bowlers is they make the moves that are big moves from different sections of the lane. Got that a little right. He might have missed that spare. He leaked it a little too far right.
See if Big John can get back on it on the left lane here.
You guys remember the way this final match goes too. It is the high score with the player's handicap is taking home the top prize. The low score is taking home 5th place. So they're bowling anywhere from 1 to 5. So every pin is crucial.
Crucial.
Got that one a little left and
bam, 10 back.
Great shot.
That's the key on 17 that we've seen so far the couple times is that you've got to watch your angle. If you get it going up the lane on 17, it goes a little too long. And then, like you say, Cliff just made a big move. So let's see if John gets right back on it, gets a triple, and keeps his foot on the gas.
John's got a little bit of a rooting section.
Yeah. John's got a great pre-shot routine. He stayed with himself, nice and smooth.
He don't look
classic style.
Wow, he got
a little
really
right
quick.
Wow, look at that. Tomahawked it.
Big messenger.
But you notice no overreaction. There's a lot of frames left to play. We're only a third of the way through the match.
That's because he's in the Southwest Florida Hall of Fame at 43 years old and Russ is 20 years old. That's the difference in the two when you look at it. Russ, the next shot, like you say, might have hit up on a little bit or got through it a little too clean. Let's see what he does here. He missed left last time and he struck. Let's see what happens here. I think left on this lane in front of you is the good deal. Wow, that almost stood up. Did you see that?
Wow.
He really did. Really did. You notice once again that head pin coming off the wall went in front of the 7-pin going across the deck.
Every match has a key shot. I believe this double for Cliff Connors right here is going to be a telltale sign of whether he's in it or he's kind of going to be hanging around.
Someone needs to put pressure on John.
Yep.
Because if no one puts pressure on John, even with the handicap players having what they have, is exactly, Jim. I agree with you 100%.
This is a very key frame.
See, Cliff Connors throwing a strike here is actually going to be a benefit to all the players in this match.
You're looking at a guy. Look like he moved right.
He definitely moved right. Look at his setup.
He's not going to stand.
Setup.
He's not going to do the same deal. He's going to do something different. That's what true bowlers do.
He got it in and out. He went after it.
A lot of 6.
Almost rolled it.
Almost rolled the 2. Almost rolled the 2, Gary, right?
Wow. How far did that get back?
Well, he realized he's got some room here. He didn't realize how much room he really had.
Said he missed it. You can see him with his hand, showing that he didn't catch it. And if it almost gets a 2-pin, that could be a really good sign.
I tell you, Cliff's got a lot of experience here, and he's going to summon some of that up. He's been in some of these spots before.
Really good camera angles we got. Score down in the corner, going back and forth.
Good spare.
Great job by Paul and Tavio today to get us some cool shots. And I mean, they've done a great job going back and forth. Like you say, you get the views from the front.
Yep.
Like Wes said, you could take a look at how the guys are setting up. All of them are pretty consistent. They're textbook players, down and in guys. Cliff's a little bit more unorthodox than the rest of them. So it's a big shot.
But Armando, he trusted that left at 2-8.
I thought that was really good off his hand, guys.
Yeah.
He's trusting himself. He really is. This is a big spot for him. Leaving the 2-5. Here's a big key for him, though, is let's see what ball he uses. Does he use his strike ball or does he go to his spare ball? He's going to his strike ball. He's using his rocket, his strike ball.
Oh.
Let's see if he makes the right move.
Oh, it hooked
he got a little short. He got a little short. He's got to trust
short.
himself to keep his ball speed up. He decelerated to the bottom of his swing, and you saw the ball take off, which tells you it's going to hook across the middle of the lane.
Gary, by the way, they're bowling for 40,000. What'd my man John do? Throw his hand up right there and gave him 5 for making a spare.
I tell you what,
nice.
You can see it on our from our view down lane forward. All these guys are cheering for one another because I tell you what, they've all been survivors. And yes, they want to win, but I tell you what, they're showing sportsmanship because that's what it's about. You got really some very good gentlemen here. And notice the setup. You notice the pin's right above the in this pitch black's right above the bridge. He's trying to stay a little loose right here. Watch the setup. So let's see how he drops the ball in the swing. Nice and clean and smooth, right up the lane.
Tried to make it read it
right
early.
up the lane.
Yeah.
Got it in. Got it in. If you notice the way that John Rakowski plays, he keeps it a little more open in the bottom and feeds the ball up the lane. Jim, you said it. He's trying to force to make that urethane ball read the front part of the lane, and he's been high a couple times,
if
right?
he misses it, if it doesn't read the front, he knows that it's going to go through.
He did the same thing we left at 9-10, right, which is our second frame leave, because he doesn't quite trust himself on that right lane.
The first 20 feet.
Yep. He's been on strikes both times. He's been trying to fit the ball in the pocket.
What are you seeing, Gare? What do you think? Halfway home.
I think,
what do you think, Gare?
I think the shot's on the right lane for John. Yeah, they were high, but he's going to split with 2 very tough splits to make. It's not helping his scoring. Our live feed just came back up, so let me catch up on that, okay?
Cool.
We got a Sam Carter fan.
John Rakowski. Oh, a little bit forward. Bent over through the high one.
He's staying within himself. He's staying within himself.
Stuck a little that time, bent a little bit forward, but you know what? If you got a good arm swing and you keep it straight in front of you, you got a little bit more room for mistake. If you miss it or stick a little bit, still following through to his target, he's still going to get the ball to read off the spot. And he got fortunate enough to get a 4-bagger there. He's in control of the match.
We got young Russ up here on 18. He's got a chance to get back on track here. He's clean through 3. Right up the lane. Posted a nice shot, 10 in the pit.
Right up 5.
I tell you what, he's ready to go. He's pumping him up. He's cheering in. Nice little high five there with the.
Guys, I think in the 5th frame, it's time to give away a skyrocket. What do you think?
Sounds great. I'm excited.
I think you need to have somebody chime in on the live chat saying what they think one of these guys is going to do on a shot and get it right.
That's a good shot by Cliff right there.
Cliff, I tell you what, Cliff's got some confidence on that left lane now. And that's going to pay dividends because that's going to be the foundation frame for him in the 9th frames on the left lane. He's determined. Armando's up in the right lane. It's time for him to show up. It's time for him to make a challenge to these guys. Oh, got it in. He got it to the hook spot too early. Got it in and faced up. 4-6-10 split.
We'll see how accurate I am. I think that John's in the driver's seat here. John.
Good call. He's got the front 4.
We need somebody to
step
double.
out on a limb.
Well, we need somebody to double. We need him to double.
We're looking for it. Oh, I'm still sticking with Cliff.
Armando gave away some pin count there, but I tell you what, this is showing the experience. But I tell you what, this is a valuable learning experience for Armando.
I'm still sticking with Cliff. I don't change my pick. This is a big shot for John. He's got to show him, hey, I'm here to win. Let's step up here, make a good shot, see what happens. Still the high roller, man. Anything can happen.
Absolutely.
I keep saying high roller. I'm sorry, the TAT.
I tell you what.
It's a good shot right there.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Jonathan Kroll, you never hear his ball land on the lane. Unbelievably smooth landing angle onto the lane, which just gives you a lot of leverage and revolutions on the ball because you're using your lower body to properly get the ball in the lane nice and
I'm
clean.
going to tell you, if John gets a little bad angle here, because he's so straight, he could 3-6 or he could wash out. Either could happen. He could also throw a 10-bagger, but I'm saying is, and I'm trying to give you the variables that could happen here. If his angle isn't exactly right, this is the demanding condition that you're not, anything could happen. If his angle's a little off, or you throw it like
I tell you
that.
what, the last two shots he's been a little fast with his feet because he hasn't posted his finish like he did the first three.
Fell off a
but
couple
he's still got the same result because he's keeping the ball up the lane toward his target. Jim makes a great point. You need to be watching. That's one of those boiling pot situations. Let's see if it's going to get heated up and boil over. Maybe show up later in the match. But right now, he's putting a huge amount of pressure on these other people.
If your shoulder points to your target when you follow through, good stuff has to happen.
Hey, young Russ just stepped up and broke the bubble, having the first player to have a double besides John.
Yep.
Cliff Connor's up here. This is key.
Fires in. Still got 258 out.
Yep. This is a big key shot, like you said earlier, Jim.
He got it back. He two-pin last time from nowhere.
Oh, he's going to.
Let's see.
If he trusts himself, let's see if he trusts himself and moves right to make the proper adjustment, get that ball right in the pocket.
He tried to catch it.
Oh yeah, he made the move right. Tripped the 4-7-10.
Hit it straight up in the air. That's why it hooked a little bit early.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Yes, he did. He made big trust.
Trust
what you got going over there, Gary? What's going on?
I'm just checking in on the chat, listening to you guys chat, just hanging out. I was thinking when Cliff let that one go up in the air.
Armando, come on, baby.
Yeah. Armando joining the party. Armando joining the party with a strike.
Oh, my man Jimmy's making
Crickets.
me laugh right
we got a lot of crickets. We had a cricket convention there for a few seconds. We had a cricket convention.
Had a little pop in.
This is Jonathan Kroll. This is a huge shot for him.
Right.
He's on a strike again. This is his third time being on a strike in the match.
Then you got three guys that got doubles.
Absolutely.
If he gets this one, we got three guys with a double. And then if John Rakowski pulls
nice
away.
Shot. Nice shot off his hand.
If John Rakowski pulls away here, remember, we're still bowling for a ton of cash, so we got to have every pin.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to be the break down there.
For second and third.
Absolutely.
You've got a difference of $5,000 from second being 10,000 to 5,000 being fifth. So every shot's going to be key.
John
every pin's going to matter.
Here.
You guys are absolutely 100% right.
John's got to pay attention here.
You got to cover some spares.
He's got to keep his foot on the gas here.
Absolutely.
Good little spare right there.
So tell you what, like you said a second ago, Jim, Cliff Connor still got 258 in the wood. Our boy Russ right here got 269 in the wood.
Oh, it ain't over.
It's not over.
John Rakowski makes one mistake, it's a whole new ballgame.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying he's going to, but you know what?
Absolutely.
If his angle gets a little off where he's at,
he's going to make good shots.
You know,
he's making really good
shots.
Flow. That's a good shot for him right there. Tripped the
four. Caught the break. That's how you win.
And he held his finishing position. You saw the ball finish a little bit stronger. Absolutely.
It laid, like you say, it checked a little quick. And when you look at it, you got to have those breaks to win. You can't win without a break.
You're exactly right.
You cannot win without a break.
Hey guys, you mind if I make a little announcement?
You can talk all you want, Gary. Go ahead.
Wes, is it okay? Can I talk a little bit?
Might want to check with him.
Wes, what I like to do. What I like to do right now, Wes, is give away that skyrocket.
Nice.
We went through and we picked out somebody out of the crowd, our production crew, and the winner is Jody Bernard. Jody, are you on there?
Nice. Winner,
still
chicken
there,
dinner.
Jody? You're going to be the winner of a skyrocket.
Oh, solid 9 for Russ right there. Congratulations, Jody.
Jody, send an email to Gary.Hulsenberg, HULSENBERG, at stormbowling.com.
Huge shot by Cliff Connors right here. I don't care if he has the front six. I'm telling you, if Cliff puts a little heat on him right here, posted it up.
Nope.
Oh,
Hit up on
3-9,
it.
10.
Yeah, 3-9-10.
How do you shoot that on this shot?
Pray.
Man, that's a tough spare.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about
It's
that.
tough. That's tough when they're easy.
Look at Russ with the stone 9 on that is
That's a huge
devastating right
shot.
now.
Well, Russ actually threw one of his best shots of the match. The ball just finished strong because he had a really great finishing position. He picked up a couple of extra boards hook on the back end.
We got a race for these 2, 3, 4, and 5 spots here right now. John's a huge favorite right now, but man, these rest of this money. See if he cut. Oh,
Cliff Connor, I tell you what, Cliff Connor just opened the door. Just opened the door for that second place race.
Armando gets a double right here, getting wood.
Absolutely.
Anything can happen.
Hey, Armando can strike out with his handicap for 236.
That's what I said.
We've got one more prize that we're going to give away here at least throughout the match, so stay tuned. So stay tuned. We're going to do a little jersey action going on.
Oh, we got a double.
Hey, we're hearing some action here. A little double.
There's
by
some
Armando.
rumbling.
Rumbling.
John Kroll needs to get a strike right here. He needs to find something.
This has been his
so
lane.
that he can
This
close
has been
the
his
deal.
lane.
Yeah.
He struck on the last 3 times in a row. He's just had that challenge to get the ball to face up right on the right lane. He's got a lot of confidence on his lane. I think you're going to see it happen again. Nice and smooth, right through the break, and he's just needs to let it go.
Oh, that's left.
He's got the
ball.
shim. He's got
Absolutely.
the shim.
Left
But
off
you did
his
what
hand.
Yeah, but he did what you said.
Yep.
He made it face up correctly.
Urethane ball. Yep, that definitely blends the lane out.
He's got 216 scratch, 228 with handicap.
Still plenty.
Armando can have 220 scratch, 236 with handicap.
223 for Cliff and Wood and 248 for Russ.
I don't see it any other way. If John strikes on this one,
So
he wins.
Not necessarily.
I know, but I don't see
Gary,
anything happen.
If it's red, my boy's black. Didn't you know that?
No.
If you're yin, he's yang. Look at that. How about that arm swing, Eddie, right there? Got it out there, got around a little bit, and
he's got some
didn't
room.
read it. Absolutely. When
He's
he
getting the
can
ball way
miss
down the lane.
When he can miss hit it to the right like that with his elbow out. Cheerleader Dave Cost down front trying to rile the crowd up.
That momentum shift right there, if Russ doesn't stone a 9 in the last frame and he's on the 3-bagger right now, how close is this match?
Well, how about the same with Cliff Connor? Because now all of a sudden he's got 2 guys making a run at him that can shoot over 250.
Oh.
Spare, John.
If he stays clean, he's going to be in good shape.
I'm impressed with John Rakowski right now.
Let's put this. John
He's been
Rakowski
bowling great all day.
Dutch is out. He can shoot 249.
That's plenty.
That'll be
That's
one
enough.
pin more than Russ can get.
That was way left off his
Yes,
hand.
way left. Yeah, Jim. You got it. And he pulled up at the foul line, too.
Way
Both
left.
things making the ball go left.
Both guys have struggled on 17, like we said before. Cliff missed over there. That's been a tricky lane all week, Wes. I'm telling you, that's
But Jonathan Kroll struggling on every shot.
Yeah.
He's the master of the left lane.
yeah, that's usually the guy. Usually the guy that has mastered has done well.
Much better shot by Cliff on that lane.
The only problem with Jonathan Kroll is he's not finishing on that lane. He can only get his 9th frame
Correct.
foundation frame there.
Could be. Oh,
Wow.
Pin came back up off the deck.
He went after it.
It is now a race for second place, guys. I'm calling it. John's done. He's the winner.
Attaboy, American Pharaoh.
American Pharaoh. I'm going to go ahead and call this one right now.
You're at the 3/4 pull up 10 lengths.
I'm
Attaboy.
sorry.
It's a race for
If Armando throws this strike, he's still got 236 in the wood.
And
It's
he
going
gets
to
16
keep
pins.
John. That's what I'm saying. 220 scratch, 236 with the handicap. It keeps John honest.
Wes is the
eternal optimist. Johnny Pencil Whip ain't going to happen yet. We're going to make sure they knock him down before we ride him down.
Let me ask you a question, Wes. It's a simple one. Gary, we're going to ask you. If you were at the betting window, would you bet that Armando was going to bowl 236 here?
What's the odds?
What's the
I'll give you 10 to 1.
That ain't enough.
So what you're saying is there's a slim chance.
Hey,
it's there.
Tiger Woods was 50-1 to win this week.
I'd have bet him too, and I lost my money. But
This guy needs three or four strikes.
if he doesn't get this
to
one,
really
he's
show
in trouble. Go,
Got a
Brooke.
Hey, there you go. Hey,
Wes, the betting windows are open.
It's not how, it's how many.
The book is open.
It's not how or how many.
Tell him, Gary, the book is open.
It's not how, it's how many.
You're right. I'm wrong. You're skinny. I'm fat. You're pretty.
Matthew in the chat says it's a 45-1 bet booked.
45-1.
Matthew, my kind of guy.
I think Matthew might have the odds laid correctly.
I believe you might be a little short with 45-1. That's pretty close.
I don't know. You never know.
He moved a little left.
Hey,
he moved a little
Jonathan
left.
Kroll and the lanes gave him a challenge.
He got away from the gutter.
He absolutely pured it.
Parallel a little bit left. That's been his move.
That's 216. That's 228 right there.
That's been his move all week. That when he was playing out and he kind of just jumped, like paralleled it to get to 5-6, you know, kind of keep it in front of him a little bit and get away from that hang to the right or early hook. And you notice how the ball's blended out, where on the right lane previously it wanted to go a little bit quick when he went straight.
I tell you, if you look at John's, you know, his motion, his posture, it's very confident, very fluid, very smooth. Look at that, very smooth.
Oh. Tell you what.
But you know what? If you watch his hand, if you go back and you look at it, his hand is open when he lets it go. That's a sign of a guy that's got a lot of confidence and a lot of ability. Or like you said, he's in the Southwest Florida Bowling Hall of Fame.
When you look at it, I believe that he's been fortunate the last 2 or 3 shots, like you say, because they haven't quite as been clean as the first
changing.
4 or 5.
These lanes are changing.
Big race for second right now. I'm still going to stick
up.
with Secretariat in front still.
I tell you, I like Armando Martinez coming in second. If he can't run down John, I like him in second. Man, look at the scores.
You got the soccer Mexico
I
jersey
just got the 4 eyeballs looking at me here. I'm looking at the scoreboard. I'm looking at Armando being able to post 2 more strikes. And with his handicap, he's looking at $10,000.
How much does he get? 16?
16.
If you notice all the players struck in the 8th frame with the exception of our current tournament leader.
Correct. 17's a train wreck, man. I'm going to tell you, Gary, how many strikes have been on 17? And John's
one by Jonathan Kroll. Jonathan Kroll is the exception.
If you let me finish for once, I was just finishing my sentence that said, except for John.
I thought you were looking for a Russ sponsor, Jim.
What's that? Who, Russ?
Who is Jonathan Kroll? Who's Jonathan Kroll? Was it
Susan
Jeopardy?
Jeziorski's boyfriend, husband, significant other. Cliff looking dejected.
I'm telling you what.
Seeing an opportunity.
Armando throws his shot, you might hear the chant start.
Can I get a go Armando sign for Wes?
I'm telling you, watch and see. Come on, Armando. Just keep him real.
Oh, look at that.
He
Wes
caught
is
that
so
one.
smart. Oh, by the way.
Oh, well.
Bet's
hey.
over.
Hey, you know.
Jump back on American Pharaoh. Good try, Wes. I agree. It's a good story.
He can shoot 198. He can still have 214. He's still right in the game for second place. Right in the game for second place, guys.
214's
right in the game for second place.
Wyatt Bowling 3 wants to know if we're answering questions today. Sure. Send us a question.
How much did he get? 197.
Hey, you notice a change there. The last time he shot the 610, when he missed the 610 in the 3rd frame on that lane, he used a spare ball. Yeah. He shot the 610 again. He used a strike ball.
I think you're right. I think it's a battle between the 2 handicap guys to get to second.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think it's
the only guy that can make a real run at this is Russ.
You guys want to answer a question?
Wes will.
How about you answer a question?
Wyatt Bowling 3, what's the best storm ball that is more for the skid flip reaction? That's what he likes. What do you guys think? I know my pick, what I would pick right now.
Wow, skid snap reaction.
Yo, like the fireworks outside,
I'll
the Skyrocket.
I'm throwing mine Skyrocket. That's what I'm saying. Yep. The new release. That ball's very angular down lane. For people looking for clean through the front with some big ball motion down lane. Go pick up a skyrocket.
I agree. So Gary and I say one thing. What do you think, Wes?
I think you guys are right. I'm going to agree with
What?
you technical professionals.
What?
I fell off my chair.
What?
Someone come pick me up.
Okay. Wes, is that you?
Hey, when you guys are right, you're right.
Hey, does anybody know where Wes went? This guy just agreed with Jimmy and I.
Yeah.
This guy just- Oh, they got unhinged from the rotogrip side. You go along with that, Jimmy?
Yeah. I think the cover's a little. The
Here's your
cover's a
champion
little
right
strong
there.
on the unhinged. Wait, the cover is strong. I think out of the box it's pretty sharp. That's a good call, though.
Yeah.
On the rotor side, that would be the most angular one, I would say.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
This is a huge shot
Good
for
job.
Russ having a
Looks
shot
like
a
our-
second.
Looks like our chat guys got it right here.
Storm event, though. That's why we didn't go to the rotor side.
Now-
Yep, Jake, you're
now-
exactly right.
Jake says any ball can skid snap with the proper drill. I'm not buying that. What
I'm
do you
not
guys
buying
think?
that either. Wes said, yeah.
Yeah, well,
I don't
it
agree
depends
with
on the
that
player's release and the lane conditioner bowling on.
one. Great
That's a good shot.
He knows skid snap there. That's 10 back.
Give your opinion on that one, Gary.
I'm not. I don't think. Yeah, this is a great one. Zachary says pitch black question mark. I cannot drill a pitch black that's going to make it go skid snap. It's just not happening.
No, sir. No, sir.
Is that Wes with a token? He could be wrong. Thought you were my guy. You pile drive me. Oh, that's left off his hand.
Good 9 go.
I got to think.
9.
That's sliding Cliff in either the 4th or the 5th spot. How many does Armando get? 16. That gets him to
16.
164. We got a race. I'm looking now like
Armando marks these at 2-0.
Yeah. 188 gets to 204. And then John has 26, 55, 195, and 12 is 207. It's coming down. I believe Cliff's going to be 5th. We're going to have John is going to be 1st. And then we're coming down to the 10th, West, for a lot
Coming
of
down to
cash
10th.
here.
Absolutely.
For 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yep.
Anything can happen here.
Armando, this is big for him right here. Come
Throw
on.
it right.
Wash out.
Trouble.
He raised right up at the foul line with that.
Had no
Little bit of
leverage,
experience.
straight leg,
Yep.
bent with his waist
Yep.
instead of with his knee.
He
Made
was
it
wishing,
shoot
he
through the
was
spot.
wishing for it instead of actually just letting it come off his hand.
Didn't keep that chin over top of his knee so that he could post it up.
Yep.
Got a little bit too forward and made it push down the lane.
Absolutely
This is a big. Now let's look at this. 170, and how many does he get?
He gets 16.
He's got to make this spare to go around Cliff Connors. So now it just changed. Armando goes to
change.
5th.
171.
Now Armando goes
171,
to
16.
5th.
He's at
And
187.
Cliff goes around him. I'm going to tell you, did you see the savvy move right there by Cliff Connors not to get up and bowl? He let Armando bowl first.
And what did we talk about earlier? Someone in the 9th and 10th frame is going to be a difference in thousands of dollars with the way
Did you
the
see
one
how
particular
long
shot.
that Cliff waited right there?
Yes, he did.
Now
And
he's
you notice
throwing
he
the
moved
heat
way
to
right.
get the count.
Yep.
He wants
Look
to
at
count.
that. The peel back.
He needed
the peel
the
back.
count. He
Cliff
needed
for the
the
peel
count.
back, pointing back to the crowd there.
187.
192.
He needed 6 to stay ahead. So I believe that's the veteran move by letting Armando finish his whole frame to see what count he needed to win. That was huge.
Absolutely huge.
Very big.
Absolutely huge.
Now
Bear
we're
in
down.
mind the rundown again for the rundown again.
Yeah, go ahead.
20,000, 10,000,
Yep.
7,500, 6,000, 5,000.
So now we have our 4th, 45, 50. Yeah, not all the way.
We've got our 5th place
We got our
finisher
fifth,
with Armando
Armando.
Martinez. Valiant
Correct.
effort for the young man here,
Correct.
the 199
Did a good job.
player with 16 pins.
Lot of coin.
Fantastic.
Lot of
Fantastic
money.
showing. He's going to learn
Big
a lot
shot
from
right
this.
here. Oh, we got that one right. I don't know if it can peel. Did he get the 10 out?
Hey, John,
Got the 10
let's put it this way. Jonathan Kroll in the lane that was his bugaboo for the first 3 times struck the last 2 times in that lane. He has 216 pot potential for 228. That's going
Which,
to put. That's going.
if he
that's
gets
gonna
one
shut,
more,
he can
shuts
shut
Russ
out Russ.
out.
No. He's got to have good count too, Jim.
Yeah, correct. But I'm saying he gets 26, 58.
28, 228 versus 225. Still means
Correct.
he'd have to get 7 on the fill ball.
I like the chances.
Well, while he's getting ready to throw that strike, production just threw up a name for a jersey. Nathan Wyatt. Nathan Wyatt, you are the winner of a new
Congratulations,
Storm
Nathan.
jersey. Actually, the ones
Fantastic.
we're wearing tonight, the status, it comes in 3 colors. red
and white and
white
blue.
and blue for 4th of July. So send me an email.
This is a lot of money right here.
Huge.
This is a lot of coin.
Huge.
Oh, purity. Purity. Oh, he caught a bad break.
He's going to still force Russ with the spare. He's going to force Russ to get a double.
So what's that? 221 with it, Wes? If he gets the spare,
He gets 12
with his handicap.
He gets 12.
Oh, he gets. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong
Yeah, he
sheet.
only gets 12.
So what's that?
He gets
217, 16. Winner.
Well, if he makes, it's 215. Excuse me, 205 and 12,
12 is-
217. 217 with a spare.
217. So Russ needs a. I changed my pick too. I gagged.
Oh, wait a minute. He yanked that left. That's
16.
huge. That is a huge pin. That's a huge pin.
I'll tell you
Here's
what,
the
we have a very deserving champion in John Brakowski.
Yes.
He is
both
both
phenomenal.
amazing, and we should give it up to Mr. John with the $20,000 winner. Take your little glory
I
lap.
changed my pick too. I had him last game over there.
Yeah.
I
Well,
called
you had
him early.
you had a John, but you went Kroll, not Rakowski.
Yeah. Got the first name right.
Yeah, I called him as being the sleeper guy, and then I changed my mind.
Hey, he bowled fantastic.
Yeah,
he
bowled
really
good.
bowled fantastic.
He's the
His
guy
friend-
that controlled the
His
pocket.
friends and
mastered
family
it.
down in Fort Myers and Naples area, congratulations. Fantastic bowling. 257.
To bowl 250 on this pattern, on this condition, for all the money, that is a big, big score.
Hey, we stuck a lot of money hanging in the balance right here.
Right here.
This is huge right here.
So we have our 5th, our
This-
4th. Now we're fighting for 2nd and 3rd.
Hey, but he could go all the way to 4th based on, if he doesn't get a good mark with count,
Yeah.
he can go all the way to 4th. This is different between 10 and 6.
Could be a tie.
Exactly.
9 outs. Oh, he got it way right.
Got 8.
Way
Got
right.
8.
How'd I shoot a 2-8 on this? By the way, you cut it off. It ain't hooking.
Look at this. He's going to be behind. Kroll already beats him.
Then there's a tie if he gets 1. So he has to get the count. Or
If
there's
he
a tie.
If he misses the spare, he finishes 4th. He makes the spare, he finishes 3rd.
It's quite a bit
Correct.
of money.
There's a tie if he misses it.
No, he finishes 1-91, Jim.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Instead of 192. Correct.
That's what I'm
Good
saying.
call.
The spare is a huge
Yeah.
difference.
I'm sorry.
It's over a $1,500
wow,
shot right
he
here.
hooked it at it.
He got it. 183.
Yep, went
He
second.
got 203,
He's
but
gonna
he's not
third.
going
Third.
with Jonathan Kroll. He's going to finish third. Jonathan Kroll beats him scratch.
So you got
Yeah, Jonathan got 12 pins this
John,
game too.
Jonathan.
Yep. So Jonathan.
Russ.
Jonathan has 216. 204 with his 12 is 216.
So we got John, Jonathan, Russ, Cliff, and Armando.
Exactly. Hey guys, this is a lot of fun.
Wow. You know, it's funny. The handicap didn't come into play because John was second with scratch.
Yeah, but the thing though is, Russ had to think about the
Yeah.
handicap because all of a sudden it comes into play
No,
because he's got a double in the
No,
10th.
I get it, but I'm saying it ended up not coming into play
Exactly.
because he beat him scratch anyway.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it didn't really.
Exactly.
Russ bowled a good game there. That solid 9 was a turning point for him.
Huge turning point.
TAT Summer Classic champion John Rakowski.
That was huge.
Fantastic bowl. Guys, let's wrap it up before we get down to the trophy presentation.
Thanks for letting me sit in with you, Garrett. Appreciate it.
They're going to grab some pictures. We're going to do our final wrap-up. Jimmy, I love sitting next to you and having your expertise, and Wes joining today with all of your
Superstar
expertise.
Wes in there.
It was great having you guys to call the action. Let me be a part of it. I appreciate it. I thank you. I thank Bill and Barb for all that I've helped build at Storm and the groundwork that they laid 30 years ago. Can you believe
Thanks
that?
for letting
Wes?
them be us.
You guys have been there a long time with
He's
Bill
been
and
there
Barb.
longer than me.
Making it all happen.
Yeah.
It's quite fun, and I love working there. I think there's great company. I think we have a great Storm family. I appreciate all the bowlers that came out and bowled the TAT this week.
Cool.
And I can't wait to come back again in February.
Yes, sir.
February 2016 TAT.
Getting set up for the trophy presentation. Thanks again, Gary and Wes. Appreciate it very much.
It's all about the bowlers. We couldn't do it without all you guys, and really appreciate all you on the live stream and all the people who came and showed up and bowled. And once again, 4th of July, very special in our country, and just really appreciate the servicemen and women past and present for everything they do to make our freedoms available to us. And look, team got the you can't quite see it on the live stream, but over here got a big team picture with Armando Martinez and all of his folks from Mexico, and we really appreciate all the bowlers. And Gary, thanks for letting me sit in. I really do appreciate it. Jim, my friend, my brother.
meet me
thanks,
down
Bubba.
like a rented mule.
Hey, man,
That's
you got to have
okay.
a dissenting
Woo.
opinion. Got to have a dissenting
Man,
opinion.
he beat on me.
Hey,
thanks for
go
leading the team.
Don't
Gary,
go leading on us.
Gary,
yet
Gary,
here.
thanks for leading the team this week. You did a lot of things behind the scenes. Thanks for leading the team down here. And hey, I just appreciate being able to help out a little bit.
It's great. It's fun, and don't go anywhere yet, guys. Don't go logging off, because we've got some player interviews. Dave Cost is going to go down and really grab what the emotion was down on the floor.
Hey, you never know what could happen.
Yeah.
Gary might pull something out of his back pocket, out of his budget.
Hey, Jimmy gave away an extra ball yesterday.
Wow, that could happen again. Maybe
Hey.
the European budget could stand a ball or two.
There you go. Nathan Wyatt wanted to know where he emails. Send it to Gary, Gary, Hulsenberg, HULSENBERG, at stormbowling.com. Man, there's a lot of commotion going on right in front of us.
Here.
It's like crazy town. We got people,
Got
selfies,
people doing-
pictures.
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Team Mexico over here. We got the Buffalo crew over here. We got the Naples crew over there. We got really, really exciting. Russ talking to Corey Hoffman.
Wyatt Bowling 3, we did the ball raffle. Jody Bernard was the winner. I'm sorry that you did not win. Ricky Olson says Jordan Nasberg is probably really proud right now. You guys know Jordan Nasberg?
Yep.
Since he was about 10.
Yeah.
Serious. No,
And he's coaching ASU, and that's where that young gentleman Russ attends.
Yeah.
And shout out to Jordan. He's doing a great job at ASU bowling.
Very accomplished bowler when he was a young guy. He used to bowl in the JB. Good bowler.
Yeah,
Really
Jordan's a good bowler.
Really good
He
bowler.
can bowl.
You know what? There's a guy that bleeds bowling, helps the youth of America. You know what I mean? He helps all the college kids. He's always there to support at all the college tournaments and stuff. And Jordan's a good guy for the bowling industry. He definitely doesn't hurt anybody.
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks for letting me sit in with you guys. I really do
Cool,
appreciate
it
it.
was
Thanks a
fun.
lot, guys. Appreciate it.
It was fun.
Just going to wrap up my Vegas trip. Tomorrow I leave, go home, lovely wife, and guess where I get to go next week?
Chicago.
Chi-town, baby,
that
Chi-town.
title
I go
town.
from watching the best amateur tournament to watching the best junior tournament in the world. Storm is a proud sponsor of Junior Gold this year. It's in Chicago. And next year, when it's in Indianapolis, the home of Timmy Mack.
And I get to go watch the greatest lady bowlers in the world. So you get to go watch the youth of. We watch the best amateurs here, and then I get to go hang out with the best ladies in the world next week. So we got a wide variety, and that's actually an event sponsored by us as well.
Yeah, Storm.
Hey,
well,
and I'm heading to Italy to go to San Marino to our
Come
friends
on.
over at
There's a
Andrew
shocker.
Sante for the European tour for the 11th annual Storm San Marino Open.
I thought you were taking me to Italy this
Yeah,
time.
okay.
You're not?
We ain't going
No?
nowhere.
Next time.
Can you ask Bill and Barb if I
After
can go
that,
to
there's
Italy
a-
with you? Or
After-
Ireland? Can I go to Ireland with you?
After
working
that,
on that.
After that, there's a 5-gamer in Russia that Wes is going to. Love me some Wes
Hey,
Pye.
man. Hey,
He's
you guys
my
want to
guy.
buy a Storm bowling ball? We'll
He's
hook
my
you up, brother.
man. Love Wes Pye. He's my guy, boy. 5-gamer with 200
man.
first.
Hey, let's go to Cane's and get some chicken.
That's funny.
Jimmy, let's go to Cane's.
Flying
Got to
in.
give
I'm
Cane's
in.
a little shout out here so we can get some free chicken.
That's funny.
We throwing it down there?
I think they might be ready for this trophy presentation. Just getting the mic set up.
I believe the lady that just took our picture might be Russ's mother.
Well, it's very
Is that
kind of
Is
her.
that a good call? What do you think, Gare? Could that be his
Yeah,
mother?
I don't know. I'm thinking yes. For John? You mean John's mother?
No, right here.
Oh,
The
yeah.
lady that just took.
yeah.
Is that Russ's mom?
I'm
That's
saying
nice.
yes. saying yes.
videotaping the whole experience. Good for them to get to look back, and now
Really
he's got
appreciate
this
it.
that he can take a look at and live back. You know, young lad coming up in the bowling world. It's one of his early successes.
What a
We'll get to
wonderful week,
enjoy it.
everybody, here at the TAT. Thank you all for coming. I would like to thank our good sponsors, Storm and the Orleans, for taking such good care of us all week. We had a great turnout. Estimated payout was about $250,000. I think we actually went over that a little bit. Also gave out another $50,000 in Storm equipment, which is, as everybody here knows today, is the best equipment in bowling. But today our champion, John Rakowski, ran away with that final match, shooting .257. He bowled great all week, and it's really shined here in the finals. So I'd like to present John with this check for $20,000. And his first place trophy for winning the 2015 TAT Amateur Summer Classic. Thanks, John. Great bowling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. All right, guys, I'm down here with John Rakowski. John, you're from Florida. Coming out of the gate with the front six, is that a dream come true? Walk us through that a little bit and how that felt and what you're thinking at that time.
Well, it definitely took some pressure off, but I knew we were going to a fresh pair, so I knew I had a line outside all week long. So as soon as I came to this pair, I knew I had the line out there, just a matter of carrying.
Now, in this kind of tournament, it's a marathon for a reason, and they call it the marathon when you enter it as a marathon. Is there any particular one thing that helped you during the week that it's a grind, right? It's a grind, but is there just one thing? Is it rest? Is it eating right? Is it, what is it? What's one of the secrets to being able to do this for 7 days?
Well, it's funny you should say that, because when I got out here, I came out here from Florida with bronchitis, and I qualified. We got in Monday night. I qualified Tuesday. I shot 722 leader, so it gave me 3 days of resting. So that really helped me a lot to get over the sickness. But playing outside, that's my A game, so I knew I had a good line, just a matter of carrying out there.
Well, John, is there anybody you'd like to thank out there? Look right in the camera.
Yes, thank you, first of all, to Brian Birch and Brunswick, Deviate and Radical staff. Couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you to my wife for understanding, letting me go do what I do best. And thank you for all the friends, family that came out with us and supported me. And that's about it.
Well, John, congratulations on behalf of Storm, our owners, Bill and Barbara Chrisman, our president, Dave Sims, and all of Storm Nation out there. A great tournament, a great week, and back to you guys.
All right. Well, a very deserving winner in Mr. John.
Seems like he had a game plan right there.
He had a game plan. I love the fact he said when he got back, he knew it was a fresh pair, and he had to look there all week long, playing out and playing them direct. And he got the job done. He made the shots when he needed to. And, hey, hats off to him. I can't wait to get out of the booth and go shake his hand, because he's a deserving champion.
No doubt.
Great players, all made the top 5.
Yep, and Mr. Jamie McWilliams, the entire TAT staff, Brad Edelman, the Orleans K&K, of course, Storm Bowling Products, thank you.
Thanks again. We appreciate it very much for giving us the opportunity to come out and do this. And like you say, thanks again, Gary, for letting me be involved.
All right, and we'll see you soon. Bye from Las Vegas.